Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Roll for Story. This is the beginning of the new arc. Gonna call it Diamond Soul, or maybe the Crystal Cave, or perhaps the Sevenfold Maze.
How about the
All of these,
How about the sevenfold soul?
perhaps
Ending.
misleading, and a
Sounds like
combo of all of
origami.
them. Yeah.
You just fold up Kashan and he becomes like a contortionist. That's the end goal here.
Well, that's how we put him under enough pressure to make him into a diamond.
Very
Yeah,
good point.
that's it. Yes, as described, this arc will follow the Catman Kashan on his quest to fulfill his pilgrimage and go into the Earth Elemental Plane, and also perhaps finding a certain Bard's father, should he be in such a terrible, terrible realm. And lastly, the party is on a quest to find diamonds, specifically one big enough to resurrect the former wizard, Llewellyn, who got charred to a crisp from a powerful flaming elemental in the previous arc. So,
See, I know for a second there that you were saying when you said the Bard's father, I knew you were talking about Andy, but my brain just went, but Elias hates his dad.
See, I was thinking that Llewellyn is now technically charcoal, so we just need to put him under enough pressure and he becomes the diamond.
Oh my god.
But then we don't have a body to resurrect.
Well, he'd be a valuable enough diamond that we could potentially do true resurrection.
We don't have anyone who can cast that.
Yeah, we could probably find someone.
True. Well, you have a bard. You have Chadnir, the amazing bard. He does have powerful resurrection spell, but he also has a diamond as well, believe it or not. But the diamond is so flippin' huge, he doesn't want to use it. Yep, afraid he's not lawful good after all. He doesn't want to spend that diamond just to resurrect one wizard when you could go and get your own. But he is at least willing to help, and he says that he's at least going to help gate you to your destination to get there quicker. And well, that window is soon opening. The entrance to the elemental plane apparently shifts along an equator that you guys have managed to figure out using Terig's tower and a grand telescope to look back through time, realize where the entrance to this crystal cave is as it shifts over Midra, and you've pinpointed a location where it opens. And it happens to be at this particular time within the Clawed Coast itself. So you're in luck. Question is, what do you do beforehand? Any other preparations as you mill around in Chad's casino?
Well, someone needs to go get that teleportation scroll. Any volunteers?
Teleportation scroll?
Yeah, we kind of need one.
She went through all the process to get the right location and then gave it to Andy, and Andy said, I don't have teleportation circle anymore.
To get us back here once we've done what we need to do.
Weren't we looking for a sending scroll so that we could send Chad a message and he could potentially pull us out? Right?
Either way, someone needs to go get it.
From where?
Speaking of which, yes, I don't know if Steph mentioned about the spell and leveling
No,
up.
I didn't in the end.
Okay. So in short, you've taken a level in Rogue, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you only get to change or swap out a spell when you take a level up in Bard.
Okay.
So
in theory, yeah, okay, she still knows how to use teleportation circle then, because she would have
Yeah.
changed it.
right. I think you just got a little confused last time because we thought you
Right,
was all
that
leveling
was
up
my
in Bard.
fault, and I admit to that.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I wasn't 100% sure when I was helping with the level up. I'm just like, can't quite remember.
Well,
Yeah,
I think she knows teleportation circle still, so that's handy.
Yeah, I've never multi-class, so I don't know either.
Right, so how long does it take to draw a normal teleportation circle? Because it takes time, doesn't it? It's like, to make it permanent, it's like every day for a year.
That's right, yeah. To use it normally, it's just 1 minute, and then you can teleport to any existing teleportation circle.
Okay.
That you've got the coordinates and stuff for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so long as you have the sequence. We'll mention it is on the same plane of existence. It's not as powerful as something like Gate, but it does allow you to transport around the world very quickly. So you could get from, say, Broad Coast straight to Weep, etc.
So we still need the sending spell.
Speaking of, actually, no, this actually is kind of pointless now because Llewellyn's dead, but I just had an idea on how to get the coordinates for the one in Weep. He could just
But you
scry
already
it.
have those.
Do we? Do we definitely have
Yeah, you
those?
should
Yeah.
have.
Okay,
Yes.
so we got those.
You have.
Right.
I've not talked.
I don't know
I know
when.
he's here.
Apparently, not just wanting to drop by for a French
he is in the
banshee.
casino.
That's like an egg.
So go fix your crispy fried friend.
Yeah, I guess. That's.
He'll be smooth again. Don't worry.
Wait. You're going to be doing a spell that can return organs and stuff, right?
I believe so.
Is
Over
that,
time.
Is that going to regrow his hand or his eye?
He's missing a hand and an eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are you traveling with, Captain Hook?
Pretty accident prone, to be fair.
Well, apparently he got a bard to cut out his eye, so makes sense that a bard would be the one to heal him.
Ah. Strange friend. Very strange friend.
Yep.
Anyway.
Go fix his skin.
What do you want to show me where he is?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we should go to the boat. He's on there. Right, to the boat.
We just fly along.
Quick question: how do you feel about spiders?
He can't go in.
That's a really good point. But he might be
You
able to
have
see
to bring
them.
Llewellyn out.
They might be able to see them through the door, I guess.
Can't go where?
Basically, we've got a extra dimensional space set up, but only you need our dead friend's permission to go in.
Oh, so that's not just Mordekainen who has one of those.
No, this
Wait.
is Llewellyn's
Wait,
mansion.
you, who's Mordekainen?
His mansion? I thought that was a him specific thing.
No, apparently not.
Huh.
I mean, he can also do this smaller one that's like a hut.
Yeah, I can do that. It's quite useful. When you have your powers and they don't get taken away from there. Yeah.
I mean, Llewellyn's been able to do this as long as I've known him. I don't know about you lot.
Well, I've known him probably about as long as you. Actually, I think you've known him slightly longer than me.
Yeah, I think Kashan's probably known him the longest.
Maybe you met this Mordekainen guy at one point and learned it from him.
I don't know if he's anything like Tereg.
Wizards do seem to be like that. That is true. They appear to be an odd lot.
He was a bit crazy. Stuck in a negative space for a very long time on his own. Spending a lot of his time as a goat.
Llewellyn can turn into a goat.
Huh.
Also likes to turn into eagles.
Like, I'm assuming coming from the library, I know who Mordekainen is.
It's something that you are not so much familiar with, but you've heard of.
Yeah, like I've heard the name.
Yeah, in the spell.
Yeah. Right. I'll go
And you
get him.
assume that he's a wizard.
I'll go get him. I'll
Well-
be right back.
If you're talking about this in Chad's casino, Chad would remark and say he probably knows him.
Nah, this is back when we're on the boat, on the airship.
Yeah.
So
Am I
Karis
looking-
will quickly run in and grab Llewellyn and just sort of dump him unceremoniously at his feet.
Am I looking through the doorway?
No, we're gonna bring him onto the boat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, his doorway is
The
like.
mansion doorway.
Yeah, the doorway's open and Snurg immediately spots you as you're heading in. It's like, guys, who's that?
This is temporary Llewellyn.
This
Otherwise-
is Elias. He's gonna help us for a moment to fix Llewellyn's.
Yeah, he's gonna make Llewellyn less crispy.
Are
Right.
the
Can't allow you to remove the villain's corpse once he's been entombed. He's supposed to
Are you
stay
going to try and stop us?
Snurg readies his walking cane.
Karis just sparks some electricity and is like, I like you, Snurgs. I've even kept track of you when you appear and disappear and numbered you. But we're going to make him more pristine so he looks more suitable in there.
He'll smell less funky too.
So
He'll smell less like a barbecue.
are the leaves on the trees in that room supposed to be that color?
He looks around. Yeah, he sees some of the leaves are falling off of the trees. You leave my trees alone.
Probably not, but the spell's probably slowly weakening, so... out my way, Snurgs.
No. He says, if you trust him, then I can invite him in.
Wait, you can do that? I thought only he could do that.
Well, in the event of the master passing away, all like duties pass on to the number one Snurg.
Have you got that in writing? Just so I can confirm so Llewellyn doesn't, lawyer us later.
Yes, and laminated.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Right, well then, Elias, providing you promise not to squish a Snurg or wreck the place, come on in.
I walk straight into the barrier.
Fuck.
Ow!
Hold on, you're gonna sign here first. And he draws out a little contract real quick. Just saying, no
Is it like
Snurg.
is it like a guest book where you sign yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
This
Yeah.
is lawyer Snurg.
Snurg, when did you pass the bar?
Hey, I'm Snurg number one. I know what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
Elias-
The other Snurg you want to worry about. They're the ones you're little.
No, lawyer Snug would be number 5, so he could plead the 5th.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
I know it's American, but it's all I know, lawyer-wise.
All right,
Yeah, I
then
also
we
think the
can-
bar might be American, but again, that's all I know lawyer-wise. That you have to pass the bar to become a lawyer.
So I have to formally invite you. So, here we go. Snug allows Elias,
Wait.
Tyranol, and Leon Venom into the mansion.
But only if you perform the initiation ceremony.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yes, the initiation ceremony.
It's true, we all have to do it.
Yep.
Insights.
Llewellyn's ruling.
Oh, insight is wisdom.
This... I literally cannot fail this.
Alright
I
then.
have +9. Andy,
Oh.
you know all about the initiation ceremony. You can lead him through it.
Oh yes, Irina, we need to get the special initiation cake.
We go to the kitchen and get the multi-layered cake.
Oh god.
Which has probably turned a bit funky at this point.
Oh good lord.
Good.
Wait, what did I use for a wild table on that?
No, it was me that used the wild table. Hold on, let me see if I can
Oh,
find it.
you had it. Okay.
Though at this
You
point,
still
it's
have it?
been in here long enough, probably had enough Gromishkas over it and enough Snurgs over it, there probably might actually be a wild magic table.
Oh god.
Make it a Feywild magic surge, because those are fun. I want to see a cow drop. I want to see a cow.
Did you have it at hand? If not, I can just use the
I
Feywild
don't
table.
have it at hand, no.
Alright. Feywild table it is, like you said, James. It's been a while, it's probably fermented, and as
Yep.
such, it's turned into something else entirely. Alright, so describe
Turned
this
into
cake.
a bit of a chemical weapon at this point.
Yeah, something like that. So just give it. What does the cake look like as you're offering a piece to him?
So it was basically like a big multi-layer cake. But I can imagine at this point, if it started taking on like bizarre qualities and things like that, if you've ever seen Corpse Bride and they animate the cake that they make in that, and it's like all wobbly, it's almost like jelly, but it's an iced wedding cake.
Love it. And you're offered a slice of life on a
Yeah.
nice little plate with a knife and fork to eat it with.
I'm just like poking it, and I'm like, so let me get this straight. I have to eat this to be able to come in here to fix your friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's also an initiation rite, so you can come with us to on our further journeys. You'll be an honorary member of the Kiasters.
Yes.
Like it's just cake. We
Yes,
made
it-
it ourselves.
We've all tried it. I mean, if you want, if you're a bit like iffy on the flavour, we do have
To be fair, it's a multi-flavored cake, so it's all a surprise.
yeah.
I guess
That's,
if Porky was here, she probably would have had some. Sure, why
Woman's got
not?
a stomach like steel. Of course, she'd have eaten it.
Bottoms up. I just dig in.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a D100.
Sure, this is gonna be
Also, I'm really confused why you haven't.
83.
stolen
what?
it. Don't worry. Some weird bug coming up. 83. Okay. 83. The next spell you cast counts as being cast from a slot level 1 higher than what
Ooh!
you. That's actually nice.
And my next one is gonna be regenerate.
what does regenerate to a higher level?
It doesn't.
There's nothing. Yeah.
It turns into revivify.
Maybe this
Uh,
will actually restore his hand, and then he can be three-handed Llewellyn because technically his book has one.
Hmm.
It fixes eye as well. Though.
Yeah, so this kick is amazing. It feels like you're being filled with some sort of power. I guess it gives you a boost.
I don't know what
This
you
cake
did.
is amazing. Like you want seconds almost.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to this cake, but I'm grabbing another slice on the way out.
Andy looks incredibly disappointed.
That's not the reaction I was hoping for.
No, not at all.
So is it up the stairs, or are we going left,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
follow up.
yeah.
Follow up.
Snug 3, show him the way.
Okay.
Bodybuilder snug.
Yep.
Which way?
I sort of lean over to Irina whilst he's going to do this, and it's like, excuse me, Snug, I see you hiding in that plant pot there.
Can't
That's
move
mean
through
just,
walls.
There's another one there.
It's
Is that?
Anyway, apparently your cake needed fermenting to achieve its true power.
Yes. Yes, apparently so.
Well, he did say he was going to have another slice on the way out, so hopefully something more interesting will happen.
I mean, I
Alright.
thought it would just be funny because it's an old cake at this point. It's probably
Yeah.
not supposed to be eaten.
No, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, strangely disappointing. If
So-
it was
Yeah.
Lavella, and you know it would have blown up in his face.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sec.
Wait,
Ah,
it
sorry.
was disappointing. It's the curse of Llewellyn. It's
I do-
passed on.
It's been inside the mansion and it gains that curse. Okay. So you're led past the room of antiques and the statues, loads of paintings, and eventually you're drawn into a room where Snug respectfully takes a bow as he enters, and you see the coffin laid out next to the statues of his family. with plaques under each, the names of them: Sarcadius, Chella, and the
Yeah. Just looking
Brutus
through it,
and Tyrrell.
just looking through it like, wow, this is a lot of dedication. Just all the different
And
rooms and pictures, and then statues at the end.
Snug helps. A few Snugs probably help lift up the coffin lid, and there you see a charred body laying there, wrapped up in a silky blue robe.
Surrounded by gems.
Yeah, surrounded by gems. Yeah, true. And Snug says, "This is the Velen Ironwood, one of the most powerful wizards that ever whizzed."
I love Snugs.
And this is his book. And he suddenly holds up this monstrosity. It's a book made of flesh with tentacles writhing in it.
Eric, we
I'm
talked about this. Put it down.
babysitting.
He's just staring at it in horror.
It's
Like,
Grimoire. Say hello, Grimoire. And yeah, you see a little foxtail flap side to side. And then a tongue
Don't
kind of
worry, it's
quivers
not
on the
as
front.
evil as it looks.
An
Much
eye opens up
worse.
and looks around. Yeah.
oh, what is that?
Well, it's
What
I
even?
It's his favorite book. I'm looking after it as he says that a tooth falls out from it. And oh, whoopsie. And he puts it back in the front.
I mean, the
Oh,
fox tail is quite nice.
it's
But-
just the fact that every monster we've come up against and defeated, Llewellyn takes a bit and gives it to his book, and it amplifies his magic.
Oh. All right.
Yes, yeah, not creepy.
He
Yeah.
has no control over what it looks like. It's
disgusting.
it is disgusting.
he calls it recycling.
Whatever.
He's also making a recipe book based on it too, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So, you gonna do your magic?
Oh yes. So he basically plays a really soothing tune on his lyre,
Oh, that's nice.
except the vibrations of the strings transfer into his skin. So anyone who's actually there watching see the skin on his hands ripple, and then he places it against Llewellyn's face, and the ripple transfers into Llewellyn, and Llewellyn just starts. Basically, his skin just keeps rippling over and over. But immediately where the hand was placed is like instantly skin again, rather than charred pieces. It slowly
Yeah, no.
starts doing its thing.
Apparently it's got a high level, so I mean it's extra ripply. And even Snug's like, wow, looks like a really good massage too. If he could feel it, like, you know.
But it takes
But
any parts are restored after 2 minutes.
mm,
It takes 1 hour to
okay.
heal. However, if you have a severed part and hold it to the... Oh no, that's if you for instant healing.
Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
Maybe the
effectively,
time is shortened because you cast it with more power.
maybe. I would say his skin is definitely starting to heal quite rapidly, which looks a lot less grim now. He's got these robes that aren't like sticking to his flesh. So the healing process is gradual, and you do notice the hand sort of also shudder for a moment, the one with the hook. And you suddenly see Grimoire in Snoke's hand suddenly sort of like rattle a little bit. You don't see any new digits growing from it. And then you see Snow kind of hold the book up to his ear and like, oh, what's that, Grimoire? Oh, you're saying he didn't ever lose his hand? Oh, okay, well that's fine then. Apparently the hand won't be coming back but and nor will his eye, because this is his eye, and he points to it on the front of the book.
He
And he never lost it, apparently,
Hmm.
according to Grimoire, anyway.
I mean, that would
I-
explain why he
I-
got a friend to cut it out, I suppose.
I thought the book was for monster.
Oh yeah, that too. But
I mean, if
I
I,
don't know the ins and outs.
to be honest, if I was to guess, if it's giving him power, perhaps that's what gives him the connection.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have a
I know
bottle for mine.
I know he's dead and all, but just from what I've heard, I don't like him.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a much nicer guy than he seems. He's a terrible
can't-
necromancer, even if he did bring me back from the dead once.
You can't judge Llewellyn based on his description.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Literally, you cannot. Llewellyn is. How do you describe Llewellyn?
He's quirky.
He's an idiot.
He can be
Um,
infuriating, but his heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
At least, I'm pretty sure it is.
Like if you've got brothers,
Yeah.
like an irritating younger brother, that's Llewellyn.
I mean, I have a sister.
The same difference. Like
She's a bit irritating.
like he's at times you just want to punch him in the face because he does stuff that like even an idiot knows not to do.
I think nearly everyone's punched him in the face.
Kashan
But-
multiple times.
You also can't help but love the guy.
Yeah.
He sounds like a Chad.
No,
You don't want to punch Chad?
I don't want to punch Chad, but Llewellyn's just a little bit less punchable than Chad.
But-
It's the right things to say when you really need to hear them.
Yeah.
The difference between Llewellyn and Chad is the ego.
And that Chad can actually play a musical instrument.
Oh,
There's
got him.
yeah.
Whereas Llewellyn just plays the bagpipes, and I don't count that as an instrument.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure 90% of the times I've rolled performance for bagpipes, it's been high.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it has, but
but-
always at the most inopportune time.
but Karis's point is, yeah, he plays the bagpipes, but I don't consider those an instrument.
So now his skin is slowly regenerating. It looks almost as if he's sleeping. Not really like a charred corpse anymore. He's
While he's doing that,
Simply
I'm
rest-
gonna wander around the gallery because I've never been in it.
Well, anyway, I'm glad I healed your friend. I was going to use that spell to get rid of my scars from being stuck inside that tunnel, but that'll be tomorrow, I guess.
Well, you might want to wait. If you're planning to come with us, you're probably going to end up with at least a few more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking around at all the different monsters that. Well, Elias is looking around at all the different monsters you guys have fought. Or not fought, because some of you probably wasn't around. Because on these middle walls, there's just paintings of all the monsters and stuff.
Indeed. All right. You know, speaking of, as you are leaving, Elias, and you're looking at all the monsters, I guess. Give me a perception check.
Is that another wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if I use my spyglass?
10. Okay. Yeah, you just see a weird menagerie of creatures, and most of them are some you recognize. Like some of them you recognize. Some of them are just completely otherworldly. But you sense that people are trying to get a move on with this, so you don't stay too long, and you kind of waltz past. So you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Some weird looking monsters though. All right. You guys are having another piece of cake, I assume?
Well, that's what Elias said he wanted to do. He wanted to try another piece of cake because it was that good the first time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you
He
100?
He doesn't know any better. He just was like, oh, that was a good cake.
True.
42.
22.
No,
42.
42.
Oh, 42.
The
The
life,
meaning
the
of
universe,
life.
and everything.
Ah, this is better. So suddenly you see your hair starts to kind of waft out slightly as if it's underwater, and it's suddenly all the strands of your once gingery hair begin to flash in different colors and creates a rainbow around you. And it seems to be like coming off of your hair because your hair is long as hell. So it just continually drapes in colors from indigo, violet. It just
He's
keeps on
literally
going.
Rapunzel.
Yeah.
This is
Magic hair?
the best cake I have ever had. Look what it's doing to me.
It's rainbow cake. Yeah. And it finally runs off the tip of your hair, and this rainbow continues to swirl around you like a circle of, like it's like a halo of colors.
How long's this last?
Um, this one, it lasts a little while apparently.
Performance at Chad's? While I've got this.
You could if you wanted.
The you thought
It lasts until I'll tell you when. It lasts until your next dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you thought of opening up a bakery? You know, when you're not killing monsters, saving
No.
friends, and
This isn't normally. I mean, the cake wasn't magical when we made it.
But now that you mention it, that might be a fun thing to do when I retire.
We'll open a bakery.
Yeah,
Andy, you'd eat everything you make.
exactly.
You'd go out of business.
I
And
mean-
you'd be your own dang boss.
I
Who
mean,
said I was making it for other people?
I mean, I could help with like the shipping and stuff.
that's not a bakery then. That's just baking.
Yes, I would get a bakery just for me.
Oh.
I mean, to be honest, with the amount of riches we will potentially earn, you could probably afford to hire like your own personal baker.
Yes. When we probably earn them.
Well,
Okay.
to be honest, with the amount that we have now, we could probably afford a couple.
Is there anything else we need before we? Well, it's
Hmm.
nighttime now, pretty much. But is there anything we need for tomorrow?
Do you think we should leave the Grimishkas here, or just?
Yes.
The Gru what?
Yes.
Oh, they're these
Leave them
creatures that Llewellyn tamed. He made a promise to let them travel. I sent them to the prison.
They're kind of like weird, monstrous cats with no fur.
They eat magic, they hunt familiars, and they
And when
multiply.
they sneeze, they multiply.
Right. Yeah.
Wizard.
All of that.
Wizard with
Hmm.
monster book,
Yeah. Wow.
spider, spider butlers, demon cats that
Yes.
multiply,
That's right.
and he's
I
also
know how it sounds.
I'm gonna have some cake.
you know he sounds like a wizard. I mean, the
Yum.
last wizard I knew was a cook, and he got the life sucked out of him.
It's a bit concerning.
Was his cooking that bad?
No, it was a ghost. A
Um.
spectre.
He was a ghost cook?
No, the ghost sucked the life out of him.
For killing him with food poisoning?
No, his stuff was gluten free,
No
And so was
wonder
it-
he got mad.
and so was
Yeah.
his name. So was his name.
His name was gluten free. I mean, I've never had a name with gluten.
His name was Glue. Surname Tenfree.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
trying to make a joke on the fact that how can a name be gluten free? You don't eat
Right.
it.
but
Really strange.
his cookbook was famous in Barovia.
Hmm.
Wonder if it's famous in the material plan as well.
I would not
As
be
you're
interested.
discussing this, there is an armored knight with a sheathed sword and shield, and he seems to be ushering you guys out.
What the?
Who the heck is this guy?
I don't know. I finished my cake and then he appeared.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't know what he wants, but he seems to be moving you guys along like he owns the place. I
Okay.
think he's a bouncer now.
Okay, well, extra guards.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ushering us out. We live here.
Yeah, we're planning to stay the night, actually. I look at him
Oh.
and it's like, before we head out.
All right. Well, I've got a room
Okay.
anyway.
Oh, he goes to draw his sword as you say that, and then he disappears. He only lasts like a minute.
Karish just goes to draw his glaive in response, just like threatening me in my home.
Sorry about that guy. That cake was very disobedient. Anyway, or very rude.
You know,
We'll see you to your rooms.
you know what?
Yeah,
Just because I want something interesting to happen, I'm gonna have a piece of the cake.
Oh yeah, help yourself.
Elias stares at Chad's.
Oh my god. For
I
the
think-
next 24 hours, you develop a phobia of animals. For the duration, whenever you come within 60 feet of a small or larger beast, you become frightened of it.
Oh no.
Does Kashan count?
He's a humanoid. I guess you get weird, spooky vibes from him. Same with Snurg, because he's
Does
spider-like. He's not
Taklo
actually...
count? Because he's technically Fey.
Yeah, and if he wasn't Fey, he'd be a dragon, which is not an animal. So yeah, no, with Taklo you're fine, but I guess any of those taxidermy or paintings of animals in that room are freaking you out.
No. Karis's room is just full of water. He probably has a waterbed.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so anything you want to do before you guys take a long rest? Nope. All right, have yourself a merry little long rest. Click that on your sheets, and you spend a nice night recovering in the magnificent mansion, either bathing or sleeping and relaxing.
Elias has left the building.
Has he?
He goes to
Where's he
spend
gone?
the night with Chad.
Oh yeah, cool.
I did send that message beforehand.
I missed it. All right, so yeah, you want to go off to Chad? Before we do that, actually, we don't need to do anything with that. That's just a
No,
fade
we
to black.
don't. Fade to black.
That's going on in the background behind, veiled curtains and plucking harp strings.
Two gay bards walk into a
Yeah,
casino.
walk into a boudoir. Now, during the night, as you guys are peacefully resting, you know what? Snogs are generally seeing to the business of keeping the Grimishkas under watchful eye, dusting the place, cleaning it, and we zoom in towards the guest book, and we suddenly see its cover open. The quill is suddenly picked up and is beginning to write down a name. And you can't see from this angle what the name says exactly. But you probably see the large, elaborate G that it begins with. And then the book is closed. And we suddenly see from the back, a figure walking straight towards the room of memories. And they seem to be completely invisible to everyone else. All the Snogs seem to be going about their business. One of them even walks straight through them. And this figure is wearing a long cloak. It's got two horns protruding from its head and purple-like skin. It is a tiefling.
God damn it.
And as he walks into the room, his shoes probably echoing, his large boots echoing off the planks of wood in this place. But again, the Snogs don't seem to have any like hearing of it whatsoever. And as this purple-skinned tiefling finally arrives at the coffin, you see him sit down on it, cross his legs, fold his arms, lets out a long sigh, and then wraps his knuckles on the coffin. And Llewellyn, you are rudely awoken from your endless sleep
Wait,
from this knocking.
I immediately head up and headbutt the ceiling of the coffin. Ah!
You would, but your spirit flies straight through it.
It's
And
like
you
that.
come,
Ah! Wait, what?
and instead you come face to face with
Glory.
Glory.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What happened to you is a better question.
No, no. I was fighting a fire genie. I hid behind a wall, and next thing, I was very, very hot.
Hotter than when I do my magic?
Hell yeah. Very much so.
Well, that's fine. I'm more interested in old icy places at the moment. But I thought I'd drop in, seeing as I suddenly felt your life force suddenly slipping away, and I had to come and check on my old friend. So it seems you really did bite the dust on this one. Oof.
Friend is a very loose term here.
What? What do you mean? We got along fine.
We got along to survive that horrid place. And if I remember correctly, you took most of the stuff that we acquired.
Oh, well,
Not
rest assured, it's being put to good use. And speaking of helping each other survive, that's exactly why I'm here. I've come to help, Levan. Your soul is in. It's. It's in jeopardy, I'm afraid. Sooner or later, someone's coming to collect.
Yeah, I know. It's
And I know him too. Not personally, of course, but his name has circled around the Nine Hells quite some.
well, that's different for us because I knew him personally. He's
Well,
expecting me to meet him somewhere, and not in the Nine Hells.
ugh. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, he's a cool guy,
Oh, here I was going to offer you something better,
and that
and
is.
you suddenly see a scroll appear in his hand that he seems to like spin around between his fingers.
And let me guess, another contract.
You guessed it. And he seems to be holding the quill to the guest book.
As
Look.
much as I appreciate your usual manipulation, Glory, I would rather sell my soul to anyone but the devil riding on his father's tailcoat.
You see his demeanor suddenly shift. Laval. Still don't get it. All I ever did was help you survive. And as soon as we parted ways, well, look where it's got you.
Yeah, but there was a lot of things that you did for you in there as well. You know, like turning a Pegasus into a nightmare.
Some things are a necessity to survive. And if you want your soul to continue on thriving, then, well, I have that way for you. But seeing as you're so convinced already that I'm trying to manipulate you, I won't waste any more of your time.
Out of interest, even if I did sign this, how would that even work? 2 contracts under 1 soul?
He smiles again and says, I got out of loopholes before, and I know all the ins and outs. I know what your contract says already, and I'm sure that if that little demon slayer, was dealt with, well then you'd be open for business.
I see. So that's what it is. You bring me back to life now, and my soul is yours if I manage to complete the other task.
I could help you with that. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But in turn, you'd be signing over to me. And after you're done with that creature, then I would have a task for you as well.
Hmm. It's an interesting offer. I'm gonna put my faith in my friends, my actual friends, that they might actually do something to save me. I have no idea what they'll do, considering I'm the one who has the ability to revive, but they've done harder things.
And if they fail,
Then I have a nice. I would assume I'd have a nice cozy spot next to Vishtar.
Vishtar is as selfish as they come. That devil, he will cross you.
And you won't?
Have I? Have I
Yeah.
ever crossed you? No,
Uh,
we said we went our separate ways.
and I'm
I
pretty
didn't double
sure.
cross you.
I'm pretty sure I remember having a compass before we went our separate ways.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't be able to offer you this contract now if it wasn't for taking the compass.
Doesn't change the fact that you double crossed me. Yet you're playing that same tune on someone else's horns, so to speak.
Well, pick your poison. I would personally say I'm the lesser of two evils.
Hmm. I would disagree because all of his contracts have come through more amicable means. Natural offerings, not coming when someone is on their deathbed or forcing them into a contract to basically to gain favors with Baba Yaga, or what else was there? Oh, when you tried to steal my book from me for the Rakshasa.
There is still time for Vishtar to break his illusion, but I don't need to tell you. You'll experience it yourself, most likely. He
Well,
gets up off the coffin and says, I won't be offering this contract again, though.
nor would I want you to. Now, if you don't mind, I have 9 days more sleeping to do, and I want you out of my mansion.
I was never here. And you already start to see the contract burning up in his hands, and he like brushes off the ashes. Ah, well, it's always that powerful sorcerer friend of yours. Seems to be saying this to himself as he kind of saunters off.
The first smart thing Llewellyn's done for a while, and no one's here to see it.
And as he's walking away, you see that the snags have all kind of stopped. They're all like frozen in time, it seems. And they're all just stuck there. Either one's like dusting or one's like putting the book on the shelf. Even Grimoire seems to be stuck in motion. And as Gloriel walks away from that, you start to see the smoke slowly beginning to resume in time again.
The last thing I said, I say is, next time we meet, you'll be in a coffin, not me.
And with that, it's almost if he hears you, he burns up in a powerful purple flame with almost enough intense heat that it would scorch and burn away this entire room, even potentially set alight to the mansion. But the flames do not lick a single leaf on the trees, almost as if truly is not here and incorporeal or existing in another time or space entirely. I'm not sure, but he is gone, and your soul suddenly feels a great weight lifted off it, as if he was really sitting on you on top of the coffin, and then you're able to kind of breathe, but you notice you don't even need to breathe. He wasn't breathing the entire time you were talking to him.
What is that thing that they have when you're asleep? Paralysis demon. That's
Sleep
what it is.
paralysis demon. Glory is a sleep paralysis demon. Yeah, totally. He is. Yeah, that's it. That's how I described it. And then you feel that release, and you suddenly fall back into the coffin, exhausted from even just talking to him, just the pain of seeing him and all those memories, all those
The la-
little.
la-
Yes.
last thing before I like fall back into my body is, why do I smell that cake again?
Well, like I said, spilled a bit of icing on you as you was casting the spell, perhaps. Yeah. Well, you do see your body there for a moment, just beginning to fully heal. The skin has reached up to where your eye is, and
I like that. He just sees himself in like fancy robes, all these jewels
yeah,
around him.
Emma.
for a brief moment there is, yeah. And then you hear the clock strike midnight, and the snag that is watching over you suddenly fades away,
No.
and
I'm
another snag comes in to take the shift, and that is it. We'll come back to the others in a new day, new dawn.
stupid glory.
It's a good food gallery, yes. All right, everyone, you've had a long rest.
Mm.
Let's do Kashan for him.
Yeah, I tried to, but I didn't have permission on his sheets. I had permission to view it, but seemingly not do anything with it.
Yeah, no problem.
Kind
I
of
got
a weird one.
Interesting point. Is the bag of holding still with Llewellyn, or is someone else keeping hold of it?
I think just because obviously everything that we've put in there, probably going to take it because we need somewhere to put the diamonds when we find them.
Yep.
In terms of what's in there, is quite a lot. But the things that you know would be in there for you to take them out without
Mm-hmm.
doing the thing is the necklace would be in there.
Just send me a list. Like, don't worry
I'm
about
just,
it right now.
I'm just looking in terms of what you guys would actually know, because you'd have to see me actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just send me a list of exactly what we know is in there.
Oh,
Don't worry
the
about anything else, because then
the
I
ho-
genuinely don't know what's in there.
the Horn of Valhalla, that you'd seen me take that out and put it in. Raheem's towel.
I don't know.
Love it. Slightly
Um,
used now, yes.
his bagpipes.
Joy.
The Walpertinger plushie, the compass.
Okay.
Nothing much else. His
No,
crackalacken mask.
cool. All right then.
It's more for us to put stuff into rather than take stuff
Yeah.
out, to be fair.
And
Yeah.
his ring of fire. No,
And
that
being
was
able to breathe, we need to
no,
use it for as well.
that was on his finger actually.
Ring your
And
fire protection. Yeah.
Irina's hagstone, that would be in there.
Okay. So you guys have all replenished. And is there anything you need to do? Probably, I would assume, attuning to the necklaces of adaptation.
Mm.
Yes.
That is one item you need to replace an achievement slot with.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it does require achievement.
Yeah.
So please pick your.
Fortunately,
your
I have a spare slot.
And if you haven't already, drag one onto your sheet.
Yeah. My ring of protection, my necklace of adaptation, and my bell dwarven guide.
There you go. I've given you one, Irene.
Well, yeah, so we can breathe in the plane of.
Who's the
I
person who
guess I'm
hasn't
gonna
got
be
one?
an idiot again.
Yeah, be Kashan. We were going to give one to Elias because Kashan's whole thing is meant to be overcoming these sort of things, and using an item would be cheating.
All right. Yep.
I'm
Cool.
gonna have to unattune to the power power. Because Candlewick is one and the shield is another, and I need AC. Warlocks are squishy.
Good to have a.
What were you unattuning from?
The Pearl of Power.
Ah.
So I have one less spell slot. Ah! I am back to 3.
And what about Andy? You've
It's
got the
gonna have to
cloak.
be the headband because I mean she's not gonna get rid of her cloak or her violin.
Right.
So her intelligence goes down.
Yeah, her intelligence is going back down.
You.
Stupid again.
Ah, blissful ignorance.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay, cool. Alright, so you want to meet up with Shadnir, or if you guys want, you can meet around, roleplay, talk as a
Right.
group.
So
I guess one quick question. I know Andy has leveled up, but is that nothing about her looks different necessarily to begin with?
I mean, she did have a makeover before it all happened, but
Right, that's true.
I am working on artwork.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it to incorporate with your shadow as well?
Maybe.
something
I
you
haven't
would do?
really thought of that yet, but probably considering she took a level in Rogue, specifically taking a pathway that kind of interlinks in with it. So,
Okay, cool.
but I kind of
Yeah.
figured I wanted to make her look a little bit more grown up now. So,
Right.
because she probably might have grown a little bit, probably not a lot. But
Okay.
She's still
Cool.
the
No
shortest
worries.
party member, but she's a little bit taller.
she's a little bit taller.
Can I have the necklace put onto my sheet? I don't know how to.
Just do Control Space and then type necklace. Should see one there and just drag it on.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Drag the one with the picture on it.
Oh.
And you should have it. Every one of your necklaces has been customed to your specifications, so can't remember all the little details, but I remember each one had something personal, and it was also engraved as well. And I think one of them was like a headband, wasn't it?
yes.
You got it turned into a headband. Was it Andy's one?
No, because
Or was
Andy
it-
already had one, so
That's right.
guess either Irene or Kashan's then? Because it wouldn't be
Someone had it.
Teresa.
It was like earrings or something. I can't remember exactly. It was
Oh,
you,
I've got
Jamie.
earrings of Fireball.
Yep.
That's true. English. Cool. Fiery earrings of Fireball. All right, cool. So, with that, then, is there anything you guys want to discuss or do before you set off back to the casino?
Right.
And Elias, I'm going to assume you come back as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what to put in my ring of spell storing.
Well, maybe that's something to discuss now. There you go. And you know what? Chad signs into the guest book as well. Why not? Hi guys. I thought
Chad's
I'd come to
already been
you.
here.
Considering it's morning and I don't get much business in a casino in the morning, so thought I'd come here. Plus, I heard there was breakfast.
Yes, there is cake.
Oh no.
Wait, cake for breakfast? That sounds a little. It's a little.
Oh, come on, everyone's had cake for breakfast. Don't act so high and mighty.
It's
That's
Llewellyn.
cake.
It's Llewellyn's rules.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, watch my figure, but
It's calorie
how-
free cake.
roll a deception. Don't worry. Chadnir's insight is. Oh, wait, he's got +5. Oh, you beat him. He's like, "What? I'm just gonna assume it's magical, but
Yep.
sure. You know what? I'll have cake for the breakfast. 64. Oh, is it? In true Chadnir fashion, he becomes even more. He becomes better at being Chad than he has ever become. He's proficient in all skills. Thank you. This cake is amazing. Oh my
Is that
god.
a permanent effect? That's
Damn it!
It's perfect. Yeah.
Do you know
Oh,
what's great? I'm having a slice of cake. Everyone's getting great things.
Oh yeah, please go on. This cake is so good. Oh,
I
You
know,
know-
I made it myself.
You know what? We said everyone's got to have breakfast cake. I'm gonna have a slice of breakfast cake.
I like I can hear better. Wow, like what? Okay. I can hear the snags in the next room. 29 was that?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. 29. For the next 10 minutes, you and only you can hear the distant sounds of wind chimes tinkling.
Of course.
Sounds peaceful.
Slightly off
It's a
key.
good thing. Yeah. And 24. If you're wearing armor, it starts to fall apart. Typical Irina. Everyone's like, "This cake's amazing," and then Irina has a piece, and you suddenly start to see the armor, probably like turn to icing and start falling away, like splat onto the ground.
Andy's giggling away.
Oh my god,
That's
you've turned
not
into cake.
funny.
It is funny.
It's my armor. It's not going to be funny when I get stabbed.
Everyone else got good things.
I know.
I mean, I can just hear wind chimes. It's kind of weird.
I'll trade.
My hearing isn't that good. I can't hear those. But
Is
Wow.
it really appropriate for you to be stripping at breakfast?
I'm wearing other clothing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the armor.
Let's-
Anything that would be protective is turned into cake and just fallen on the ground.
I suppose it's a good job I had you
It's
guys had that other one ordered for me.
Yeah, but that's not ready yet. Hopefully, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're getting one like me. We're gonna be like matching. Oh my god, so cool.
Please tell me someone here can fix this.
I mean,
Alright, Kishan and I should probably have some of this cake too, just to be in good
Does-
spirits.
does the armor look like it could be fixed?
It's normal armor. It's mundane.
Like
it's
if
not
I-
magical.
Yeah,
If
considering
I,
it's mundane, yes, you could. Probably do
I'll pick up the armor and I'll start doing what I learned from
that.
Aos
19?
and start mending the armor.
Okay. Oh no, Andy, this cake is. Andy, you know how your intellect dropped this morning? Well, now it feels like you're not as strong or not as wise and not as dexterous. Every time you eat a mouthful of this cake, you just feel like everything is becoming harder to do. Even
Basically, me when I'm having a bad brain day.
yeah,
And I just want to stay in bed.
all of your ability scores become 7 for an hour.
Oh,
Oh
for
my
an hour,
God.
that's fine. I was like, if that's permanent.
She bites into this cake and just goes, I'm going back to bed, and then she just trips over herself as she heads out.
Right,
Yeah, seeing Andy so clumsily walk back to bed.
the greaves are fixed onto the shin pads plates.
Okay, yeah, mending will do it. I'll allow mending to just clean away.
All I've got
icing.
is chainmail.
Chainmail?
It's
That's what I thought. Yeah. So that some of the links have turned to bits of cake and icing, and you just see them repairing the broken links.
I don't suppose you could fix Andy too. And I just watch as she keeps falling over.
She looks like she
Bashes
just needs a
into door
nap.
frame and goes, excuse me.
Some things can't be fixed apart from through time.
Fair enough. But
And
thanks for
that
fixing
time
the
is
armor.
how long it takes cake to go from here to here, and he points to his butt.
I mean,
It's all right.
Yeah,
She'll
that-
poop her problems away in no time. So,
I mean, I could
when you
animate.
want
What
that?
about Kashan? What does he get?
Oh yeah. Kishan's picking up the bits from the floor, right? Like an actual cat. He's found the armor, the chain links that have turned to cake, and he's like, just putting his finger in them, and
I don't think Kashan would eat off of the floor.
oh yeah, why would you waste cake? All right, B100 for Kishan. 95. Oof. Okay, that's nice. What's gonna happen to him? Disembodied dramatic music cues accompany all of his actions for the next 24 hours. Amazing.
Yeah!
Oh
Kishan, Kishan, the epic. He's like,
yeah! He
this
has
is
his
amazing.
own soundtrack.
Yes, he does.
I like.
Please
I like.
tell me it's like an orchestral rendition of the
The mighty
Gestalt
Kashan.
version of Kashan that we did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
it is.
I'm also imagining that every time he attacks, it's like those old Batman TV show bits. Pow, blam.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Every
my
time.
God.
Every time he leaps, it's like one of those slide whistles.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's turned into Mario.
Yeah.
Instead of me, Kashan.
To be fair,
He's gonna be wondering when he comes back next session why everyone's like gonna go, pow, kabam, and amazing. It's yeah.
It's worth it.
That's what happens. He gets up triumphantly after eating the cake. There's a sound of trumpets. It's like this cake is the best cake ever. All right.
Du-du-du-du.
Yeah, he's loving it. So Chad is just like, well, now that's breakfast. Little bit of music from Chad perhaps, and then I'll let you on your way.
Sounds like a plan.
Play us some of that beautiful blue stringed music, yours. Everyone should be dreading that. As the blue string, as you recall, is a D10,000.
Carius
And
is
it-
just like, at this point, considering, who knows, it could be a good thing.
considering my armor just fell apart, I'm leaving the room.
Okay, you're leaving the room.
I'm like, what's the blue string?
The blue string is powerful. It's like it's got the power to strip meat from bone. That's
And
how Skelly Chad was born.
and you just plucked. Oh.
Yeah. You just
Well,
plucked it.
this should be fun.
6, 5, 6, 8. 6, 5, 6, 8. God, I 6, 5, 6, 8. There it is. Target realizes he's a mechanical simulacrum.
Who's the target?
Yeah, who's-
Target realizes he's a mechanical simulacrum. So I
It's-
guess
it's Skelly Chad.
it's Skelly Chad who's playing it. Yeah.
To Chad then.
Well, yeah, he's playing.
To be fair, there's two snags hiding in the room.
One of them
I'm gonna
realised.
say it's Skelly Chad, as in the one who's playing, because he's playing it to himself effectively, and he didn't specify a target, so I'm just gonna say it's him. So Skelly Chad now knows he's actually a mechanical simulacrum of Chadnir, which kind of makes sense in a weird way, but not. But he thinks he's mechanical, not like the previous bone, and he just like picks his hair, like his wig up, and like looks at it, and like stands up and starts doing like the robot, like a skeleton robot. Chadney's like, "You okay, Skelly Chad? Do you want to take a seat?" I think he's hit his funny bone today.
How humorous.
Oh yeah. So, when do you want me to? Are you all ready? Because I can open this. I can open this bitch up
Well,
right here.
we
right on this
probably
table.
want to wait for Andy to get back.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Probably out in the corridor in a plant pot or something.
Yeah, sure. Well, like throwing up, but your con is also 7 as well. So yeah, you probably do feel a bit sickly.
she looked at it and thought, oh, looks like a nice bed.
Right, you didn't even get up the stairs.
No,
Oh god.
I'm not
Poor
even gonna
Randy.
try and get up the stairs.
It's like me when my blood pressure drops.
Okay. Well, so when I cast this spell, you want me to specify anything or just the crystal cave?
Well,
entrance?
no. Carius will basically using.
Because we know the exact coordinates, don't we, from looking through the telescope?
Yeah, Carius will give him coordinates basically, like so around that. There's a map. I'll take him to a map room and I'll point it at the map.
This is
Okay, yeah.
This is the map room, by the way. You flip the table over.
Yep. Right,
All
just a
right.
sec, Chad.
It rotates around. It says, ah.
Yeah, basically there's like 2 handles on the side,
Oh.
and you pull them out, and the table can spin over, and then you slot the handles back in.
This would be really good. Like, I could have like a roulette table or a craps table on the other side. This would be really cool.
Yeah,
So I
well,
can see it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, map. Okay, so he's looking over the maps. He's proficient in all skills. So he's
Yeah.
proficient in like map making and topography, and literally he's like, oh, okay, yeah, those coordinates, got it right. The cake has helped him triangulate exactly where you want to be teleported to. Says, cool, I can't mess this up. This will be easy. And he just leans back and awaits. So after an hour, if there's any spells you want to do during that, then go, feel free. Otherwise, we'll skip ahead an hour, and Andy is starting to feel better. That cake is the cake wants to come out the other side, though. That's
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, is there any spells you guys want to put into my ring?
I can give you a lot of different spells.
What you
Dimension
got? Chad?
Door.
I have that.
Mass Cure Wounds.
I have that.
Circle of Power.
Don't have that. What's that?
Hold Monster. It's a 5th level. So that's one. Is it? It's up. How much is the ring?
It's up to a 5th level worth of spells.
Or you could have two, a 2nd level and a 3rd level.
Yeah, for example, yeah.
At the moment, I've got
spell.
at the moment I've got Dimension Door in it, and I've got Healing Word.
Oh,
I mean, both of those are very useful.
Yeah, one to get me out of a bind, and one to heal someone who is in a bind.
I mean, that's pretty sensible.
got
Mm.
got Hashes Hideous Laughter, Fairy Fire, Silence, Heat Metal, Shatter, Lesser Restoration, Silence,
I mean,
Spell Magic, Counter Spell, Lightning Bolt,
I mean,
Non-Detection.
This can hold any spell from anyone, by the way, not just bards. If any of you guys
Sure.
want to put anything in.
But if you want to save spell slots, I mean, I'm not going anywhere with you, so...
Yeah. Carius is just ritually casting Find Familiar to bring out Tackler whilst this is going on.
Sure.
Well, that's cool. Would you be able to put Find Familiar into the ring, and I'd get a familiar?
I don't know.
I guess, yes. There's no reason why not. But it's if that's if you want to use a spell slot for that. When you could have something like Circle of Power or Hold Monster or...
What's Circle of Power? Because it's not coming up on the spell sheet.
It's
Circle of Power
a
gives you advantage
paladin
on
spell.
all saves. Yeah, it is. Chadney got it. Centered on you, 30 feet around you. It gives you like an aura. All creatures, including you, have advantage on saving throws against spells and magic effects.
That's cool.
And if you save against that spell, which would only take half damage, you instead take none. So it's like evasion as well, but it's not just evasion, right? It's on any save. So even if it's con, like a stinking cloud or a death cloud, or even like a mind flare. Chadney describes like one time we went up against 5 mind flayers. Right? It was actually mental. It's like the GM was trying to kill us or something. So 5 mind blasts. Okay, think about that. You'd be stunned until eternity. I had the Circle of Power up, and we saved against all of it. Would have had our brains melted from psychic damage, but we took nothing. We were like immune to it. Circle of Power, baby. So good.
That'd be pretty cool. I have something similar to that, but it's more for healing. Aura of Vitality?
I've got that too.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that wouldn't
Saves
be
you
a
on spell
bad
slot.
one to put one in.
See, this is why I came here to learn from you.
Well, I'll have plenty to teach you when you get back, if you survive or stuff like that. I
Of course
mean, I can do plenty of cool stuff. I can even summon angels. Yeah, me and Timora, we kind of got a thing.
Huh.
We're like besties. So, what do you want? Synaptic Static, Hold Monster, Circle of Power?
I think I
Must
have
be weird.
Synaptic.
I mean, to be honest, that circle of power sounds useful if we get into a particularly tough fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Concentration, though. Just want to throw that out there.
It is. So it's I'll leave it to you guys. What would you prefer? The Dimension Door and Healing Word or Circle of Power?
Mm.
Or if you guys have an input you want to put into the ring?
I mean, Dimension Door and Healing Word are still good safety nets.
Yeah, they are. True.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep what we got.
Oh, you got what you're keeping what's already in there then, yeah? Okay,
Irina's way of
fine.
thinking is if Llewellyn had both of those to hand, he'd have been alive still.
I mean, I can put a fresh one in there if you like, just to make sure. I feel like I'm doing something useful.
Well, you're already
Yes.
gating us to like the other side of the country, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you've done a lot of useful things over the past
Okay, well.
12 hours. And he winks at Chad.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's in my nature now. He looks over towards the harp. It's part of the deal with Timora. I've got to be good. Got to be well behaved. Got to do a good deed from time to time.
From time to
Yeah,
time. From time to
can't
time.
just be all about me. So,
I mean, that
Andy,
diamond would be worth about 5,000 good deals if you gave it to us.
not
I'm just
happening.
saying.
Not
Just
happening, dear.
That's fair.
Sorry, darling, but that gem, bit
I'm
out of
just
your
saying.
league.
I'm just saying.
All right, Andy, get your butt back in here. Come on, time to go. Yeah, eventually these effects wear off. The cake has gone through your system. Your belly still rumbles a bit, probably because you didn't get much sustenance from it, believe it or not. But that's fine because the Snugs do actually offer you a full breakfast, and you guys are all able to top up. Oh, that's something. You guys have got food where you're going, right? Someone can do that.
Hmm.
I don't want you guys to like starve.
That is a fair point.
If
I have some eggs.
some eggs.
I-
Can we take food out of here or not?
No.
You can't. No, it disappears.
I have some dust
In
of
which case-
deliciousness and a whisk that breaks food down.
In which case, we should probably run out and get some like travel rations or something for
and-
emergency stuff.
Yeah. Let's go quickly grab some bits and bobs.
As we're going to go and grabbing bits and bobs, I pull Andy to the side and I'm like, do you think you could hit the Catman with this? And I pull out a gothic hand trebuchet that holds eggs.
What?
It's the egg launcher.
Oh my god.
That's
Um,
He got it in the toy maker shop.
So
It-
you want me to hit him with it?
Do you think you could?
Mm.
Why would I want to do that?
It's
I think he
fun.
means put the egg in the trebuchet and fire the egg at
You,
Kashan.
you don't throw the egg launcher at him.
That's how you made it sound.
No.
Would that break the egg?
To be fair, with the whole Egbert thing, yeah, that might be a step too far.
Yeah.
You don't know about Egbert, do you? Oh no.
What's
Egbert
the-
is Kashan's son. He's not hatched yet.
The cat.
No,
Yes.
they don't.
Yes.
It's a long story.
Tabaxis totally lay eggs.
Yes, they do. Tabaxis lay eggs.
You guys, Kashan's embarrassed enough about it. You don't need to be telling everyone.
I don't know how Tabaxis get it on and do stuff.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Like, so cat people are like birds here?
Don't. Kashan told us this in confidence. He's very embarrassed about it.
Yep.
Only you was here.
They're actually secretly lizard folk beneath the fur.
Sec. How intelligent am I? I'm quite intelligent. I should know that cats don't lay eggs.
Yeah, all we'd have to do is really turn around to Kashan and be like, Kashan! Elias hasn't met Egbert! And he'd probably be over like, this is my son. His name is Egbert.
Does that mean he's become German?
I can't do Kashan's accent, okay? Leave me be.
Ah, yes.
Right.
This is the egg.
Swedish.
So after this quick introduction, Karis will quickly nip out into town to grab rations enough for the group for
10 days.
yeah.
You best way to do this is to fill up the bag of holding with them.
Yep. So I'll take the bag of holding and fill up the bag with 50
rations.
Yep. How much will that cost me?
Not all that much, honestly. Let's just check.
And
Yeah, it's like 5. It's like 5 silver.
what? Okay.
So, well, for one ration. Sorry, for one ration. So 5 times 50 is 50 silver.
25 gold.
Sorry, 25 gold. Yeah.
Essentially, Elias
times
has seen Andy as like the one most likely to have fun, so he's handed over the egg launcher.
I'm
So
going
she
to
has it
also spend the remaining 3 gold, or just to get that down to a roundish number, to get Andy some spice bread.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
There you go, you get the good stuff.
3 golds worth of spiced bread.
Yeah, that's a lot. To be honest, you get the good stuff.
Yep.
Okay. And when you return with shopping, stuck it in the bag of holding, and yeah, that 10 days, it won't go off, and it's in the bag of holding. It's not going to keep it completely fresh, but
Yep.
Anyway, the Snurgs all gather around and they're like, "Good luck, everyone. Wish you shaky on your journey." And
After
Chad
Llewellyn, and make sure you draw a mustache on his face at least twice a day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his lips have regrown, so we'll get right on that. Little baby Snow comes up to you and just hugs your leg before you leave and crawls away. And you guys are ready. Chadney says, "Okay, is it time?"
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, pass me the heart, please, Skelly Chad. I don't trust you with this one. And you see Skelly Chad just like looking down at itself like, what have I become?
Oh wait,
What am I?
did we get sending?
That's a
I mean,
good
I
point.
went to-
We weren't going to get a scroll of sending off someone.
Oh, yeah, you already said that. Sending was pretty easy to get. Sending is only as long as it's not a
It's like
third level or higher. It is third level. Okay. They can just about do it. As I said, there's not many wizards in Guidia. They're mostly
Yeah.
sorcerers. But there is a cleric here, and he knows sending. He just prepares it for the day. I.e., you go to Saladin, he prepares it and helps one of the few wizards here write it down and prepare it. It is going to cost you a little bit of gold, but nothing that's completely out of reach.
I mean,
For a
did you say
third level scroll, it is. Let's see.
before he does that, rather than spending gold, would it not be worth him just putting it into the ring and we do that instead?
That still costs gold.
It will
Would
still. The cleric isn't going to cast the spell for free, basically.
It's fine. We're not short on money.
Wait. Saladin's in the dry ice. Anyway,
dry oasis, yeah.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm not swimming in money myself.
Oh, you should try. It's a great hobby.
Wait, didn't Opal have sending?
I
Isn't
think
that who we
so.
asked originally?
You might be, yeah.
Okay, so we go and quickly visit Opal.
Yeah. Okay. Did you want to put it in the ring for free, or do you want to get a scroll?
I mean, if we can put it in the ring for free, then so it's a 3rd level spell. So then sending in 2 healing words, I guess.
Just because
Yeah.
if you had it, if you bought it, then you're saving on resources.
What other spells does Opal have? Just out of
Well,
interest.
let's find it real quick.
Of 1st or 2nd level.
Ideal. All right, here's Opal. All right. Hi everyone. Okay. Opal looks through their spell list real quick. They have it. They're a druid, so every spell on the druid list you can imagine.
Okay, I'll just look.
Call lightning, water breathing, control water, hallucinatory terrain,
Mostly 2nd
locate
and
creature,
1st level. We're looking at locate
stone
object
shape.
2nd level, right?
Healing,
Yeah.
healing spirit,
We
moonbeam.
we could do locate objects because then we can use
Pass
that to
without trace.
potentially pass without trace. That's 1st level.
2nd.
Second.
Pass without trace and sending because it'd be useful to have both of those.
Yeah. Or
then-
it'd be only 200 gold for a sending scroll.
You know what? I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
get
I'm
this.
happy to buy a scroll.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Do the scroll. Knock off 200 gold off your sheet, and you can buy that as a scroll.
Sure.
Yeah, and then we've.
And let's see. Yeah, it's pass without trace is pretty good.
Would
Locate
she consider
object.
making 2 scrolls?
It's in the short amount of time you've got. This is something you would have set up to do for today, but why? What other scroll did you want?
No. Like 2 of
2 sending scrolls. I'm gonna say you've got 1, only because in order to make this scroll, they would have had to actually use Opal in making it, and she didn't have it ready. Well, it's not that she didn't have it ready; it's the fact that no one had a scroll of that level ready. It takes a while to scribe scrolls. With more time, she could, but
It's okay. Like,
one is we get.
if she can maybe make one when we come back.
Sure, yeah. If you put that order in, she will get it done.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You can even make a scrying scroll. Well, no, actually, the wizards here can't. All right. So, what did you want? 2nd level?
So if we hadn't passed without a trace, I'm just thinking of. Ooh, if we went past without a trace and Goodberry, then we'd also have extra food. And it's also good, like, emergency heal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta think of this as well. We're not getting the sending spell, which means we could get a 3rd level if we wanted.
Yeah, but there's not a lot. There's not a lot.
Shape, stone shape is a 4th level.
Yeah.
You do stone shape and Goodberry.
Not necessarily a bad idea.
Daylight, call lightning.
Not good in the.
I mean, if we're particularly looking for diamonds, we don't know that the crystal cave is full of them. We might still have trouble tracking them down. So if we took locate object as one of them, which is a 2nd, pass out a trace, and then either Goodberry or healing word for the last one, that fills all 5.
Yeah,
Not the best druid spell ever, Spike Growth.
that's true. Spike growth pretty good.
But to be honest, considering what we're probably going to be facing, I don't know how useful it'll be.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll do pass without a trace.
Mm-hmm.
Locate object.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say good berry over healing word because potentially we can have that and then we can just
food.
yeah.
Well, the good berries won't last forever, will they? They only
No,
last
it's a
like 24 hours.
24-hour thing, but if we know we're going to particularly like dangerous part, we can have that, and then each of us can have a good berry in our pockets just to get someone up, for example, because it's 1 HP of healing, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
All right then. So, okay, cool. So yeah, you get those spells: good berry, pass without trace, and locate object.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Was that the
Yeah.
one?
Everybody agree on that, or
I'm good with that.
Cool. All right. Let's do it. All right. Opal is pleased to help you in any way she can, and she'll have another sending scroll ready when you return. Okay. And with that, Chadnir says, "Okay, guys, last time. Are you ready?"
Yes.
All right. He jumps up onto the table, starts playing the harp in an epic solo, epic harp solo, which is just this twinklingness. But the magic starts vibrating off of the strings at a frequency that you feel through your very being, and suddenly a golden light begins to circle around the room, swirling and swirling. It seems to catch Chadnir's hair and enchant that with a sort of golden luster as well. And as the song begins to reach its crescendo, you see Chadnir lets out one last strum across all the strings, making sure to pluck the yellow one at its end, and you suddenly see that golden swirl rippling and open up this portal before you. Brilliant light sort of blinds you for just a moment, and Chadnir says, "This gateway could be a gateway to another world, but I have chosen to go to the Crystal Cave, the opening north of the Clawed Coast. The way is open for you, Kishan. Why don't you lead the charge? This is your pilgrimage. Follow the golden light." And without hesitation, he dives through and disappears.
And some dramatic music plays.
It does, yeah,
Which is probably what's playing now.
exactly. Like da-da-da-da-da, swoosh. All right.
Right, away
And
we
everyone
go. Karis will just like leap through in some sort of spinning fashion with his glaive.
Last gets a little bit chicken and seems to do in and out.
I'm getting a run up on
Oh, okay.
on Sebastian. Onwards to adventure as he flies through the portal.
Oh, yes, your mechanical. Oh, yes, your flying horse. Whoosh, straight through.
I'm curious how Skelly Chad is reacting to the mechanical horse.
It's not
Scared,
mechanical.
just pointing and like looking at Chad.
It kind of is. It kind of moves as you do. So
Wooden.
yeah, but it's still you can have wooden machines.
Yeah, I guess.
Tacklo's up next.
Yep.
And whoosh, straight through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tacklo does the backstroke as he flies through. It's like, but I didn't get any cake.
And finally, Andy and Carrie. You're getting on your glaive, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Karis air surfs through.
All right. So, Jadnir's gate sends you in a spiral of golden light, swirling upwards and out of this place. For a moment, your body is just sort of being pulled apart and then stretched, but then it's quick to snap back into place as you're suddenly sent hurtling miles across the desert and zooming in towards your destination. Let me bring you over there then.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. On the other head, you see the swirling, rapidly spinning and open up into this portal, which spits everyone out, tumbling to the floor on a hard, rocky surface. You suddenly feel the heat of the sun bearing down on you. You're definitely in the desert again. The air is dry, and as you're brushing off the dust and picking yourselves up, you see the portal behind you slowly getting smaller and smaller. And is everyone on the right map now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. The world suddenly rumbles. You feel the ground shudder, almost as if it's threatening to be broken apart. You can hear cracks of stone. You can hear crumbling rock, like a landslide is going off. You realize that you've just. It feels like you may have landed right into the Earth elemental plane itself. But as you look up into the sky, you can definitely see clear sky and the sun beaming down upon your heads. Let's see who's got the dark vision to see up ahead.
Garrus has dark
No.
vision.
Oh, not that you need it here. To be honest, I should change the lighting so you can all see. Because it is pretty much broad daylight right now. This rumbling, this cracking sound seems to be coming from almost directly ahead of you. And as you look over towards it, I'm going to change the lighting. You can see.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Just a
Up
second.
ahead.
Oh my god.
Looks like
Yes.
the stream has frozen on the scene.
Yeah.
So let me just try to fix that.
Once you fix that, I'll give you a description of what titanic behemoth lies before you. In front of you, the rocky ground and craggy landscape is like that of a canyon, but the canyon seems to be moving. In particular, you can see this large, flat flint that suddenly raises up and looks around. You can see there are two eyes, like little yellow runes glowing. Sand sifts off the top, and dust falls between the joints of this massive earth elemental. You've never seen the like of it dwarfs any elemental you've even come across before. It's colossus. You probably guessed it's as tall as the canyon itself, but its head hasn't come over the top, so he's like literally level with it, almost like as if a chunk of the canyon itself just pulled away from the wall is now looking around. And you are about 80 foot away from it.
Anything about this mentioning your scrolls, buddy?
No, he says immediately. I don't think we're even in the elemental plane yet.
Yeah, but I thought maybe this was some sort of guardian that we had to pass, and it might mention it.
If Llewellyn was here, I'd be asking him what the dwarf said about the entrance to such a place. But this seems a lot more extreme than what I anticipated.
You say this thing is this thing is huge, right?
It's gargantuan.
Okay. I have a theory. You guys, the door moves.
You're
This
kidding.
thing moves.
No.
You're saying this is the door?
Well, it makes sense, right?
And maybe
It moves.
maybe it only emerges at certain times, and that's why we haven't just seen it walking across at any point.
So what? It travels through the earth and
It's an
appears.
elemental. Of
Yes.
course it can do that.
Oh. I mean, I don't
That's-
really know about this place, so we're just going into a crystal cave. That's all I know.
Oh, right.
Well,
yeah, the
crystal cave in
is-
the elemental plane of you know what? I'm gonna go check it out, I guess. But I'll try to keep my distance. So,
Let's fly.
yeah, Karis is gonna fly down south essentially, and then come up like almost facing it, but at a distance, just to see how it reacts as he approaches.
You come around, and I'll give you extra details now. As you come over the canyon precipice, you see there are multiple other earth elementals, all of them grinding along the surface of the canyon's base. They seem to be looking around for something, and I guess you speak Terran, don't you?
Yep.
Roll me a perception check. And Elias as well, as you're having a look around.
Perception. Alright.
No dice.
I know, look at him balancing on that 20. Okay. You can hear their grinding as they move, but it's not just their movement, it's their speech as well as their movement. It's almost as if it's one and the same. That's how they communicate, is by grinding stones together. It definitely sounds like Terran, but from up here, the quaking and the landslide, the natural rocks falling down, they're kind of muffling it out, and you can't quite hear what they're saying, but you can make out they're at least talking in Terran.
Yeah.
As for you, Elias, I will also say you both see that because you've come around this angle. You see there is a very small creature, humanoid by the looks, and he seems to have like a hooked blade in one hand, and he seems to have bola tied at the side of him as well, like chain bulls, and he's got nets, and he's got hooks on like his shoulders. He's looking around as well, and he's standing right in between the legs of this massive colossus, in the shadow of it, you could say.
Karis is just
Name
like,
drop.
oh, my Terran's a little rusty, but let's give this a go. And he's actually going to fly further down and sort of land. Well, not land, but be like 20 feet up in the air, like sort of near this one, and be like, hello down there. Can I help you?
The first thing to look in your direction is this four-legged ankylosaurus type of creature. You see there's this rune on its forehead. It seems to flare up, and you see it as it swings its tail around. It's got a similar colored rune on what can only be described as like a warhammer for a tail, and it just sort of swooshes back and forth.
Hey,
And
Darius.
as it goes to charge forwards, you see the other elemental pull on a massive set of chains that seem to be wrapped around the creature's neck. And the other elemental seems to be holding another set of chains around its tail, and they seem to pull it back like it's a guard dog about to pounce on you.
Darius.
Mm-hmm.
As you look behind, he just goes, "You got this, buddy," and puts two thumbs up. You know, like the How to Train Your Dragon. And you're inspired, by the way.
Okay.
That was that.
Yeah. So you seem to be looking for something. Can I help at all?
The elementals seem to just turn back, and surprisingly, it's the smallest of these collection of elementals that speaks first. And he looks up towards you, kind of like shading his eyes from the sun, and he suddenly sees you, recognizes that you're a humanoid, and that's probably the first words he says in Terran is, "Ah, there's one. Bring it down."
Oh no, yeah. Can
There's
I?
two.
Just before we start anything, are you planning to enslave us by any chance? Is that the plan?
You see him pick up the hooked sword. A smile spreads across his face and goes, "This is a sharp one. You'll need to bring him down." and then bring him to me. And here I thought this would be an empty venture. We never normally find good working slaves out in the desert. We normally pick them up when we go by Veldrador, but not Veldrador. Where is it? He thinks for a moment. Dalduin, that's the one.
Well,
That's when we pick up a good selection of them.
I'm afraid I'm a poor collection of slave. The last people who tried to imprison me, I broke out multiple times. Pretty good at that.
Well, let me assure you, flying tiefling man, no one escapes the elemental plane of Earth,
Well,
and no one escapes the Great Khan.
I was planning to visit. I heard I might be able to pick up some cool trinkets there, so...
Well, if you want to come willingly, that will be a lot more helpful.
True, but... the idea of being a slave just doesn't sit right with me, so... He cracks his neck and electricity begins to spark round him. I guess we're doing this.
He says, fine, bring them down. And he starts ordering the other huge elemental in Terran, or at least perhaps he's speaking an incantation in Terran. You start to see runes lighting up all the way along, beginning with the fist, and the wrist, knuckles, and all the way up the forearms of this massive elemental. And then the eyes suddenly begin to turn. Up till now, he's kind of sitting and standing, but now he's animate, and he seems to be lifting himself up out of the canyon wall. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Yep, you clocked it, Arius.
Yeah.
These ain't no guardians.
Yeah. Because that's one of the things we've been told about the elemental plane, is that that's why there will be areas to breathe, because of the slaves.
Correct.
Oh, and why are they all so fast? Wait,
Natural terrain.
What's your dice for an inspiration? Because technically that's usable on a...
It is a D.
I want to say it's a
10?
D10.
Yes, D10.
Okay. Okay, so I'm upping mine by 6.
Wow.
Oh, you know.
Yep, with the inspiration.
Very good.
I feel that's a good use of inspiration.
Yeah. These guys look like they've sent the toughest of the bunch. And I mean, whatever that thing is, the size of it, you imagine it probably crushes mountains. It itself is a walking mountain.
Damn.
Hence the name of this map. I think Kashan is actually up first. And
Yeah, my initiative should be 12 on there now, because I used the thing which put me above the walking mountain at least, which is good.
there you go. Yep, you're up on 12 to finalize. Okay, so
I mean,
I'll do what Kashan does best. Run straight into the fray, yeah?
yeah, I was thinking that run, step of the wind, like leap so that he can leap onto it, I guess.
If he wants to do that, he absolutely can.
That seems like a Kashan thing. It's a giant monster. He could easily
100%.
jump onto the back of that and start
Yes, he can.
punching it in the face. Because I know there's rules for jumping on creatures bigger than you, but I don't know what they are.
I've got them right here, in fact. So, climbing onto a bigger creature, you can do so by grappling, effectively. However, if the opponent's large enough, it can be treated as terrain for the purposes of jumping on the back and clinging onto it. So all you need to do is make an ability check necessary to get into position using his acrobatics versus this thing's acrobatics.
Yeah.
So he's basically balancing on the top. And acrobatics is his strong suit, so Let's go. Oh, oh my god! And the epic soundtrack, of course. And as soon as he runs off the edge of the canyon wall, leaps, there's this trumpet sound. It's like dun dun dun, and as he lands onto the back, it's like dun 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 dun. The drumming, discordant drums in the distance sound as he begins to balance himself on the head of this gigantic creature. And I don't think he's even going to be able to beat that. But we will roll it anyway. Yep. Not dexterous in the slightest. Okay. You feel as it's moving around and noticing something on its head, its movements quake the ground with every step. Thankfully, most of you are flying there, but those on the ground, you feel the tremors. And I believe that is. It replaces one of his attacks, effectively.
Yep, so he
Do
will
this.
punch it with his other fist.
Unbelievable.
Or quarterstaff, I guess. I'm sort of imagining like his first attack is a quarterstaff swing down onto it, and then he uses the staff to keep his balance. Like,
Right. Yeah, he's going to test the hardness of this thing.
Oh.
And he makes a dent, it seems. But when I say a dent, more like a tiny little chip of rock flies off the top. And he realizes it's going to take him a long time to bring down such a creature, but nonetheless, crack as hard as he can on the top. And the grinding of stone just continues. Alright, that's going to be Kashan's go, unless he burns key and starts going.
well,
Flurry of
he can do a bonus. No, he used bonus action step of the wind, wouldn't he have? Would he have
can
needed to
actually
do
do-
that to do? No, because of feline
No, you can use
agility.
feline agility.
So
to do that.
bonus action offhand attack, because he can do martial arts, so he can
Alright.
do one as a bonus action. Damn.
Yeah. So you want to do?
Stun?
Mm,
Would he stun?
I feel like
Would he stun?
even Cam would not be quite dumb enough to try to stun something this colossal, because its con is going to be through the roof.
True. That's true.
All right. Cool. So that's his go then. All right. Let's move along. The hammertail beast begins crawling across the canyon base. Gets to here and realizes it ain't gonna get up, so it just starts crawling up the wall instead, trying to get a better vantage. I mean, to be honest, he is actually level with you now. However, to get there, you just check his movement. I think he's gonna have to dash to get anywhere. So, hold on a minute.
Hey Elias, how are you with upfront combat? You look pretty well armored.
I can take a beating.
Good, because I think you're going to.
Yeah, me too.
You're up in the air as well, though, aren't you?
I'd love to say I was, but I did say I was doing the thing from How to Train Your Dragon where I was just peeking over the edge.
So, yeah.
Alright then. Well, I gotta check his movement, honestly. I don't know if he can get there and climb up the wall.
Because he was like all the way over here, wasn't he?
I know, yeah. No, it doesn't have enough room to get all the way to you. But we'll say definitely dash. Yeah. Probably up to you, I guess, at the very least.
Not quite up to me, but
No, well, actually, when looking at it, if he's going up vertical movement, that costs quite a bit of movement. So he's going to be about here. Climbs up to the top. Suddenly, you see this set of jagged teeth. They're just like they look like stalactites and stalagmites. Looks like you're staring into a cave mouth. And the swinging tail breaks free of the chains that these earth elementals have it by. This thing is let loose. Okay, that's it. Earth elemental begins looking up towards you, Carius, and you immediately see it hefting one of its arms up and just fires a huge rock straight towards you. Let me just check where it is. Goodness me. Sorry, creatures have look. Yeah, normally the earth elementals of material plane are pretty straightforward. They just hit stuff. But when they were ordered to bring you down, seems they've got methods in order to do that. And where is it? There it is. Okay. It's a glaive in the way. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that is a 22 to hit you.
And it also hit the walking mountain.
Damn it.
Yay! I made the
Oh
save.
wow, that's impressive. Okay. The damage absolutely clocks you across the face. This thing hurt. It hurt like hell. Probably broke your jaw if you weren't quite hardy.
Oh god!
You rolled by walking around. Oh, my natural one.
I wasn't. The natural one wasn't what caught me. It was the +10 +4.
Oh, that. Yeah, don't you worry about that. So this thing hurt like freaking hell. Thankfully, though, you're able to hold on tight to the glaive and not get knocked prone. Else, that would have knocked you off 20 feet forward. It would have been into the fray. But that's it. That's its turn. It just looks up at you and then begins readying another boulder. And by that I mean it slams its fist into the ground, and the ground rises up and shapes around its fist and pulls it out. And it just left this pocket in the ground. Elias, you're up.
Let's see. So, where do I need to be to where I want to be? So here.
Oh no.
Need to be there. I could do that. So I'm gonna fly to there and go the last 10 feet up. I'll be able to get, I think.
You want to go up? Yep. Cool.
Yeah, by 10 feet, and I'm within 30 feet of this. And Elias starts to dance upon his horse, and you can audibly hear his tap shoes echoing throughout the cavern. Canyon. And then he hands out and points towards the giant mountain, and it too starts to dance. As I cast Otto's Irresistible Dance.
No save. Yeah, I love this spell. There's so much to love about it. Yeah, you immediately start to see it jiggle. It's stamping the ground, trying to copy your tap dancing, but instead it makes this cacophonous boom, boom, boom. As it does. In fact, Elias, I'll allow you to make another perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I even bother?
It's kicking up so much dust around its feet. Can't quite see. But yeah, it worked nonetheless. This thing is doing a little jig and a jive. But you wouldn't want to be standing underneath it, that's for sure.
Speaking of people standing underneath it.
Yeah, I know. This guy's like, but you wouldn't see him because there's so much dust and debris being kicked up. You don't see him, and the sound is drowning out any screams he might be shouting.
Does he get crushed?
Who knows? Curious.
Right.
Any bonus? Sorry, do you want to inspire, or are you holding your bardic inspirations for now? I'm gonna say you're holding. All right, Karis, go.
Alright, Carius is gonna fly down 20 feet and land about here, I think. So he's actually gonna land, which is potentially a stupid idea, but he's still got some movement left. He's only used about 30, so he'll probably go straight back up after this, but and with them being in line, let's see. Because I actually don't know if this will work or not, but let's try it. Oh no. My character sheet is in the way. Lightning bolt through them all.
Oh wow. Okay, you've gone down to the ground to
Yeah.
shoot through them. Okay, it does affect them, and if they did have resistance, you have.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if
Elemental
they'd
attack.
have immunity, so.
Okay, well you're in luck. They are just resistant, and as your lightning bolt strikes through them, you find those bits of metal or maybe even fulgurite there is in them, and you channel the electricity through that as a conductor. Wow, they all failed. None of them expect lightning to be a threat to them, except that yours is incredibly focused and honed. They are all zapped. The first one is just splintered apart for a moment before it's crumbling rocks and pebbles try to knit itself back together. The guy down somewhere in the dust cloud does get hit as well. Probably didn't see it coming. And finally, the largest of them all, it does chip away a sizable chunk from perhaps its kneecap area. Nice, good job.
Okay, and then. I don't want to go too all out yet, but. Let's do this. Spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. I'm going to move up next to this one. And
Okay.
my quicken spell is going to be Booming Blade. And actually, he was within 10 feet of me, wasn't he, that one? Thinking about it, which means... Which one is it? Is it Heart of the Storm? Yes, so he was within 10 feet to me, so he took an extra 6 lightning damage from Heart of the Storm.
An extra 10, okay.
Yeah. And actually, no, rather than using my sorcery points, thinking about it this time, and doing that bit of movement, so I was there, Karis is going to be surrounded by a flurry of air, fly up 10 feet with that flurry, and then fly up another 20 feet using his glaive. So he's a bit of a further distance because he doesn't want to get... Whilst the rocks are going to hurt and the falling's going to hurt, being punched in the face by these probably going to hurt more.
How high are you? 40?
Yeah, I think that should be about right. Yeah.
Alright, okay then. So what you did is you swoop away. You don't provoke attacks, do you?
Nope.
Or at least, I don't think you do.
Nope, not with that blind thing.
You do see it takes a swing at you, even though you were like 10 feet away. It does take this massive
It's got a
wide
bit of reach,
whoosh,
yeah.
but it's too slow and you're already sped away. Okay, Taklo.
Taklo is probably going to immediately see this thing and dive into Andy's cloak. It's like, nope.
Okay. Alright. Here's the walking mountains go.
And it can't do
Okay.
anything unless it wants to use its action to make a wisdom save.
No, it can attack, but it has disadvantage.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
It has to make an action to break the dance, doesn't it?
Yeah, if it wants,
Wisdom save. So it
or
will.
it can attack, but it's at disadvantage.
It can attack with disadvantage.
And it has disadvantage on
Um,
dexterity saves as well.
Hmm.
It just can't move because it's dancing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Take a swing at Sean with this.
Be disadvantage on Kashan anyway due to his cloak.
Yeah, would. Yeah. So it's dancing and stamping on the ground. The whole canyon is shaking, but its 2 colossal fists rise up straight up towards Gisham, and both of them spread apart almost reaching side, like from one stretch of the canyon to the other, and then they come slamming together, attempting to basically squash Kishan between the knuckles.
Wow.
Even with disadvantage, I do believe I hit him. And
Because he made the strength save.
because he's not getting knocked off. I'll let him stay. He stays up there. He's just crushed in between them, like and as the knuckles pull away. Yeah, he's still balancing on top of this thing. Orkashan just took it rough. After that, they do it again. They rise away and then try to crush him the second time with disadvantage still. Although his shimmering cloak has definitely stopped for the time being. 17 just barely hits him, doesn't it?
Cut it.
Cuts it. Oh, okay. What do you say to this mountain?
Ain't no time
done.
for rock and roll.
I wasn't going to, but yes.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Cool. All right. Maybe it heard you over the sound of it stomping, or maybe it was just a tactic. John was barely able to dodge out of the way in time, but as the knuckles pull away, you see Kishan is actually looking around, completely unharmed. May have slipped between the knuckles. Okay, we're nearly down to the bottom here. Second elemental, definitely taking another shot at you, Carius. You've got their attention. They'll move up a little bit. Look up, and this one just underhands a boulder straight upwards into the air. Let's see. Can he get you? Okay. There it is. Whoosh. Straight up. 22 to hit you. They've got a good aim on this, it seems.
And there's my fail.
Oh. Garrett, you sit into a dive, a barrel roll to the ground as this boulder is knocked clean off of your glaive. And you fall 40 feet as well. It's 46.
Mm-hmm.
Take another 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you crack onto the canyon floor. And this creature begins hefting itself up the ridge towards you. See how far it can move. 30 feet, so you can get a little bit closer. Yeah, he's just getting up the ridge, and he's reaching towards you with this massive golem-like hand. Okay, you're on the floor. That's it to go, though. Takes a full action to do that. Finally, we're at the bottom. Andy and Irene are here.
How far away is that the room? Yeah. No, technically, it should be alright. Then I just kind of. Oh, does it not work like that?
You're on the roof still.
I hate this thing.
You're on the roof.
Oh my god, let me turn it off.
If you want to measure something, you can.
No, she's trying to move her token now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying you don't need to go to the measuring tool ever. If you need to just keep it on the token selector.
There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of move forward a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, you would see this thing, the Ankylosaurus type creature. Oh, and Karis. Oh my god, I just remembered. You're terrified of beasts for the next 24 hours, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I'll come back to that in a minute. As you were, Andy.
I'm going to cast that. And I don't know how to place it.
It doesn't. Normally it pops up with a thing, doesn't it?
Normally it pops up with a thing, but of course it's for anyone who can see it. It's a 30-foot cube, and I was going to kind of like stick it down in between these feathers. The 3 kind of doodads down towards the bottom. Not the big golem technically, but in between the 3 other ones.
They have to be in the area of the pattern.
Yeah, or stick it over the top of the smallest one.
Okay, so what are you casting?
Hypnotic pattern.
Oh, right, nice. And you're in range for it, nice. Okay, yeah, you should be able to, when you click it, you should be able to place a template, and then...
It did not come up.
It did not come up.
Oh, okay.
Actually, should it?
Because you could get it over these 2.
Yeah,
the
I
very
could get
least.
it over the 2 furthest to the
Yeah,
bottom.
you can get it over
The
those
one that's
two.
closest
Yeah.
to Darius.
Want to do it on them? So
Yeah.
a 30-foot cube of... What is your illusion... What is your hypnotic pattern, like, manifest as?
The most delectable looking buns people have ever seen.
Bakery buns, just to be sure.
It's
Yeah. What kind of buns were you imagining?
but they're hypnotic buns, so they look so delicious. They've got that cinnamon swirl that spins. They're spinning buns that are just like one of those hypnotizing tricks, and they just suddenly turn to it. Let's see how well they fare against this delicious
Anyone
illusion.
gives her the side eye, she's just like, I'm hungry, okay?
You just had breakfast. All right, wisdom
Yeah, but
saves are
she's
not
still
good.
hungry. She's always hungry.
Oh dear. Oh wow! Well, the first one apparently doesn't have eyes and doesn't even look in its general direction. Just aims another boulder. 19 was really good. The next one. Oh my god. Okay,
Wow.
I've just smashed it with the rolls today. I'm afraid to say that your hypnotic pattern is not luring them and it's not tempting them. Maybe buns wasn't the answer, but these have some good rolls. The Terran spouting from them is probably like, prefer pebbles, the cereal.
They want
Ah.
a cake.
Yeah, or rock cakes. I would have done it. Oh man, afraid to break it to you, but that spell didn't do much on their part. But hey, at least they weren't crits on attack rolls. I just went with. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna hover up here for now.
Okay, it is Irina's go.
Okay. I am gonna also make my way
And the drops.
around here.
Oh,
I'm
plus
gonna
3.
literally hunker down, pull out the spyglass, and I want to try and get a look at the runes that are on this big thing.
Sure. The runes on the arms are pretty visible, so I'm not going to make you roll a perception check for that. But whilst you are doing this, give me a perception check anyway. I was going to say flat because there's a lot of dust kicking up.
Mhm.
But this isn't for the runes. This is for what else there is. Okay,
24.
cool. So the runes, as you look at the easiest ones to spot, the top shoulders, and as you're going down, you're starting to realize exactly what type of runes these are. They are enchantment, and then they alternate conjuration, enchantment, conjuration, all the way down, and they almost form like steps. You notice as they're reaching to the bottom of the fists. And as you're tracing down to the bottom, and you're starting to see dust kick away. There is a very dark-looking base to where he is lifted up and stamping and stamping. Maybe he's forming a crater, but it's so dark you can see the dust is actually sifting and pouring down into it. Like rubble is pouring down into the ground itself. Like there is a tunnel there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you see.
But there's no like key symbol. like an off switch. It's generally what I'm looking for.
If there was, it's not advertised.
Bugger it. Okay,
Definitely seems to be under some sort of magical effect. These runes are lit up. Charm and conjuration. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, does it seem to be, like, this is going to sound really stupid, but does it seem happy to be doing this? Or does it seem like this thing is under someone else's control and not very happy?
It'd be a hard one to read on an earth elemental, which usually are very stoic, hard to read, almost emotionless, cold as the stone they're born from. Happy, sad, give me an insight.
I have a thing that's literally smoke, and I can sometimes tell how he's feeling. So
Sure.
18.
He seems to neither be happy nor sad in how he's being commanded, but you can tell he's being commanded as the creature at the bottom with when the dust is kicking away, because your 24 perception check, you definitely see him shouting and pointing in different directions, and he's also he did something with incantations earlier. He's still doing these incantations, like he's concentrating on a spell.
Right.
Each time he gives a new command, you see a rune light up, and the eyes of this elemental begin to scan for a nearby target.
Okay. And I can see this guy at the bottom.
You can, yeah. He's beneath the feet in a cloud of dust, right next to a very large cavern where all the dust is pouring in.
Right next to it, you say?
Yeah, he's next to that, yeah.
Okay. Is that my turn, or do I still get an action?
Look, this is what you see. That's where he is.
Cool.
I'll say to read that perception and insight. I'll say it's probably cast your bonus action and reaction,
Do I still have an action?
but you have an action.
Oh. I'm gonna pop 3 shots at the guy beneath his feet and pull him 10 foot forwards into the hole.
Alright, roll the hit.
Right. Target is control.
Yeah, or no, it's alt.
It's alt.
Or you can double right click.
Sorry, I got it. Right. Number 1.
Oh god. Okay, well, you don't need to roll anymore because this guy just gets yanked 10 feet and immediately plummets down, sinking further and further down until he becomes, a dot into the darkness. He goes, and if you could hear his screams of terror over the stomping, then he'd probably be cursing you. But unfortunately, it's too loud, this thundering boom, boom, as the dancing continues. I better roll something. 1 sec. Con save.
How much full damage does he take?
Yeah, that. I should roll another one then, shouldn't I? Jesus. So the first impact of the Eldritch Blast, that was nothing to him. He's like brushed that off. But when he got yanked, he's falling and falling, and then cracked. The impact is what breaks him. And you suddenly see it's like a few seconds later or so. So it's waiting and waiting, and like, damn, guess I didn't do it. And then suddenly the runes on the arms begin to flicker slightly, like they're discordant, and they're like sputtering out almost. Yeah, that's
I
what
still have 2 more shots.
Oh, if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
So hang on, I
Fire
need
them
to do
away.
it. Quick measurement.
But that guy is no longer even visible.
I can just about hit the one that's next to Carius.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
He's literally just 5 feet within my target zone.
Yeah, he's also down on the ridge a little bit, so he's got some cover, but you can probably still take a shot at him.
Can't you fire at like
Take a
300
shit.
feet?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. He's got
With your
300,
Eldritch
hasn't he?
Sniper.
Yeah. So you can fire at like 300 feet.
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. Sorry, my brain's not working. Combat. Yeah, so I'm gonna take 2 shots at him. So number 1. Number 2.
Okay, yeah, they both hit him even with cover. And do you
he's
want to
got
yank
2
him
charges
as well?
on him
You
as well. Sorry?
want to put him?
I can only do that once.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I
I
can
know
only
it's
do it on
one
one
per
hit, I think.
I know it's one per creature, but can you do it to multiple creatures?
I'm just gonna check, hold on. Where are we?
While you do that, this guy, right at the base, gonna look up. Man. You really screwed him up there.
Yeah, once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can move that
Got
creature.
it.
So I can do it again on
Okay.
my next turn, but not this turn.
It is the strange humanoid shaman's go. He's gonna move up and do something. Ooh. You don't know what's going on, but you still see the runes flickering. Okay. Go back to the top of the round, Kashan.
Kick its ass.
Okay, sure. Sure thing.
With
I'll go ahead.
advantage.
Right, is that? He's
He's
dancing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, should we do a staff, punch?
Yeah, works for me.
Alright then, we'll do that. Not targeting anyone. Alright,
That's one.
tried to roll with advantage. I failed.
Oh, no.
So we'll take the second one.
Yeah, you only rolled 1d20s.
Yeah, no, it didn't work. I don't know what he's done to his settings.
So first one hit, second one hit.
So he finally gets some hits through. Cranking his staff down into the same place he's hitting. Hopefully hitting like harder and harder will basically mean that he's puncturing a hole through this thing's head eventually. But it's taking a lot of hits. And maybe he switches up to his fists and tries that again. Still got advantage.
Yeah.
So that makes that a hit. And we'll fish for a crit, which he doesn't get. Okay, cool. So both punches come down as well, getting good dents into an already dented head. It almost looks dented on the art. Probably exactly where he's honing his attacks, making the fissure split down it towards its eyes, around its jaws. All right. That is good. All right. I see you're up in the air, Elias. That's cute. All right. So the thing saunters forward, looking up towards you. Feel like you're out of its range for its bite, but that tail looks like a deadly weapon.
Can imagine it does seem like a deadly weapon.
Oh yeah. Its reach is actually enough to hit you. Cool. In that case, Let's let it rip. Oh man, where the hell did it start? Well, I really start. All right, doing it manual. Wow, I rolled low. The 16 hits you? No,
No.
I got that
Misses.
armor. Oh, cool. Well then,
So what happens is as it goes to swing, he anticipates it and he makes the horse spin around and catches it with his shield.
nice. That I'm trying to imagine just what that looks like. This thing is hulking. The camera is like the size of you, and
Yeah.
to be able to block that,
He,
well, everyone's probably just stunned to see that you're just taking the hit with such
yeah,
vigilance.
he used the momentum of the spin to combat the force coming at him.
Wow. Well, after that, the tail falls back down onto the earth, crash. You hear the ground cracking, and it's going to move. 10. Kind of moves over towards here. It kind of looking for a better angle to which to swing at you, but I don't think it's got another. It hasn't got another tail attack. Got the one, so you're in luck. Its
Yeah.
jaws are just trying to snap up at you. Okay, that's it.
That's 13 though. Oh my god. That's rough.
Yeah, plus 13. I know, right? What? Garrus, you're in trouble. The second
Yep.
Earth Elemental comes
Yep.
towards you.
This is gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
aware of
in
this.
fact even gets into a flanking position and bears down its slam attacks.
I don't have. It's not even my turn yet.
There it is. Wow, roll a 4. You're in luck.
Yep.
Looks like the slam just comes down next to your head. You roll away. The second fist comes down as well. And oops, fuck! I just went crazy there and hit everyone. This second one was unavoidable as you rolled away from the first. The second connects and brush. You definitely feel your ribs crack. It is. You're in a bad spot, but hey, you
Darius
managed
get
to
reactions if he's prone.
not ones that can block.
No, but I do get one, so it's taking some damage back.
Do that.
I need a dex save from it.
Not its strong suit.
Okay, it takes 2d8 lightning damage. I need 4 lightning damage as it hits me. As it hits into the ribs, probably making some of that grey blood shoot out, it just suddenly gets electrocuted.
Nice.
Ow.
Yeah, the electric shoots off it and it sort of stuns it for just a brief moment. Maybe you've got a chance to get up and get away. Elias, you're up.
So while he's concentrating on that spell, he circles around this thing
Yeah.
as he pulls out a rod from one of his inner pockets, and out of the rod come black tentacles that he whips down at him with. Where is it? Tentacle slaps.
Nice. Going toe to toe with this thing. I'll let you know if you hit.
Did they hit?
Just that I've lost the fucking stat block for this. Oh, there it is. You got, what did you get? A 16 and there's 19 hits, the 16 misses, and the 23 hits. So you did 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Slap, slap, slap.
Damn it! I was hoping for that pre-hit.
All 3. Well, if you had a bonus, the 16. But this thing's, the top of it is rock hard. It's literally an ankylosaurus in how it's plated and armored.
Yeah. And I just won them. It's on its way up, guys. Get yourselves ready.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Okay, then that's your turn. Okay, carry.
Yes.
Right, Carius. So just laying there, go. You know what, guys? It's been fun, but out of here. I don't know why that's asking me for the con save. It can. Apparently, that spell is not set up right in the slightest.
Yeah.
But yep. So Carius is gonna go. How far can I go with this? I forget. It's been a while since I've actually had a chance to use this spell. 90 feet. So Carius is just gonna go. So just here. Apparently,
Alright.
took my own damage, but whatever. So they each need to make I didn't actually take damage. It made me roll, but I didn't take damage. Weirdly, but they both need to make con saves.
Okay. Sure.
Ooh, fails. Fails.
Yeah, just fails. They're pretty hardy creatures, but they didn't expect the sudden crack and boom
Of 20 thunder damage.
Nope. 40 thunder damage.
Oh.
As you see the sound, sonic boom, cracks and shatters almost the top portion of this thing's torso. The other one brings its fist up, but they do little to defend it, and they both shatter into pieces and pebbles strewn across the canyon floor.
Yeah, I'm making increase that by another 12 as they were within 10 feet to me when I did things, so they're taking because Heart of the Storm can do thunder damage too.
Okay, so how much did you do?
So I did 20 plus 6 to each of them, so 26 each. So that'd be 52.
Right. So it does double to 12. Alright, cool. Alright, that one hurt.
Yep.
This one looks cracked and shattered into pieces. I
would have taken my glaive. Actually, no, my glaive's still in the air, technically. It's just sort of floating there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job. When they thought they had you down, they thought they had Carius within an inch of his life. Suddenly they turn to the tables and they are looking worse than he is. Nice, good job, Tacklo.
Tacklo still being in Andy's pocket, just I don't know, just sort of just gonna chill there. Just like, nope.
Alright. Walking Mountain, suddenly it turns its head around looking a little confused as it's still kind of stomping and grooving. But it is getting smashed in the top of the head. So tries to look up. Can't really see where Kishan is, but feels something there, like a pain in the top of his head. And he's going to go for that double slam fist on him again. Still with disadvantage, though. So that irresistible dance is doing something. Let's hope he can miss him.
Oh.
Because his roll to hit is so damn high.
I've got to cut it again.
You want to?
I've got to.
Go ahead. What do you say this time, too?
The performance must go on. Keep dancing. As I cut it down to 11.
That will miss. And he stays on top. And the second smash.
Yeah.
Natural 1. Oh no, you know what's going to happen. He's trying to hit something on top of his head. Yeah, I'm rolling that damage. 1, 2, 3 plus 14. No, it's plus 10. Okay. So he clocks himself around the top of the head, right in the temple, and you see a shot of it fly off straight towards you, Elias, but then crashes to the ground. The rock itself that just got chunked off, probably as big as Carius, and just slides into the sand. After that, you see the creature actually staggering and like tilting to one side. He has to steady himself on the wall of the canyon for a moment. That really took the wind out of him. That crack that was already starting on his head is now fissured all the way down his head, and it's kind of like split it ajar. It's not fallen away. It's just sort of made his head look skew. And that's it. That's his guy. Okay, this little elemental. 5, 10, 10, 20. Ooh. Where did you go? Karis, this thing didn't get a beat on you.
Nope.
But
I
guess
was just
from
like,
here-
boom.
But actually, you might be able to see Elias. Yeah.
Was it though?
Yeah, you're 10 feet up, and it's only one ridge above you. I'll give you cover. That's a fair amount of cover there. But it's gonna take a shot, nonetheless. With its
To be honest,
rock
it's
attack.
less likely to hit you.
That's true.
All right, so you can have +2 AC for this. So that first one.
Oh,
Misses.
Sean.
Oh, sorry, Kajan. Don't worry, you're healed. Yeah, you see this rock just whoop over the top of the ridge, and probably rolls and lands behind Andy somewhere, and that's it. Afterwards, you see it suddenly pop its head out of the stone, looking around as if trying to track its own shot. But yeah, it didn't even climb. It just simply pushed through the earth and popped its head out of the ground there. In fact, I might leave it underground. Yeah, it's in the staircase. It's Andy's go.
Okay, seeing as doing the magics didn't seem to help much, she's gonna kind of go sneak, 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 right to the edge. You see this?
Click on it. No? Yeah, don't use my sheet.
And she's gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel that.
Yeah, well, you failed anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Let's do it.
And then you should place your template down.
No, where's nah? Where?
Sorry, it's glitching out. Hold on.
Yeah, it was supposed to be on that thing. But yeah.
Cloud of Daggers
Okay.
was supposed to land on the Ankylosaurus thingy, but the
It glitched.
Foundry glitched
whatever
out, so
then.
it's in the wrong place.
That's fine. So it's a deck save, is it? At the start of its turn?
No, when it
Nope.
enters the spells area, it just takes damage.
Okay, I got you. Or it starts its turn there.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So yeah, so at the start of its turn it takes 19 damage. Cool. Which it's probably gonna do. So I'll mark that now. Alright, yeah, you see the daggers are slicing away at him. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, it is magical. So, whereas normal daggers probably wouldn't have much of an effect on this stone hide, the magical daggers, which you described before, as like
Can I quickly just add in? I want to use my bonus action to give inspiration to Carius.
yeah, absolutely
I'll take it.
cool. Yeah, bad and bruised. I think what you did was inspiring. To
needs
be
it.
honest.
Yeah, Kara's just like, thanks.
Little bit of luck.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll make my ribs heal. It's totally how
Fair enough.
inspiration works.
Yes. If you believe enough.
Placebo effect.
Yep.
It is Irina. You're up after that.
Right, okay. Has the guy popped out of the hole yet, or not?
The guy who fell 40 feet down. No, he's not popped his head out. He is nowhere to be seen. Whatever you did to him really did a number on him. He's also after you, so
Cool. And the other one I shot at has disappeared.
yeah, he's moved and glided. Glided? Yeah, glided into the wall.
In which
was-
case,
Like it was liquid to them or something.
I think my shots are going to go on the big dude that's next to Elias then.
Yeah.
So let me just.
Go ahead.
So. One.
And good luck.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, all right. There's the
Good
lot.
start.
Number 2. Merp. Number 3. Oh, man.
No, that. Oh.
Still. Got a crit in there.
Did you want to pull it or keep it there?
I kind of want to pull it 10 foot, but then it's going to probably ram into the stairs. So I'm going to do that.
Sure. This thing always feels a little bit resilient to the movement, but you do manage to pull it slightly. I think you don't want to pull it out of the cloud of daggers though.
I can't. Oh, no, I don't, do I? No, never mind, leave it.
All
I'll
right.
leave him in place.
Okay. As for that strange orc-like creature you saw before, no, doesn't show his face again. All you see is the stomping of this elemental, and he's not as stupid to come up onto a stomping giant that big. You just don't see his face, don't see him, don't hear him. Somewhere, but he's not there. As for Kashan, guess we continue the punishment. Yeah, sure.
At advantage.
I wish I could. But I don't know what he's done to his sheet to make it like screwed up, but rolling shift doesn't work anymore.
I mean, we had
Hey,
that
it
same
works on-
problem on the Sunday game.
Yeah, I think it's a personal setting. I don't know what it is. Oh, can't help him.
So that's 2 hits.
Right. I don't know. I need to do another staff, don't I?
2 attacks and 2 hits, basically.
There it is.
And again, in case it's a crit.
Oh. Oops. No, there's no crits there. Alright. But he is splitting and splitting, and the head is just like crumbling and crumbling. The eyes look all skew with. But it's still standing, surprisingly. Kashan the Great is balancing the whole time as well. If it had hit with any of those, he would have been sent flying, but those cutting words. Oh yeah, okay. Right, the Hammertail Beast. Elias is still in range for that tail, so it's coming straight for you.
19 damage.
Yeah, let's do that as well. Blades cut straight into the creature, piercing its stony hide. Okay, it's one swing. If it knocks you down, I'm gonna be like, woo! You're gonna be sent flying. You're gonna be sent absolutely flying. Okay, a 30 to hit you.
Yeah.
Cut that one. Okay.
Except I
Oh.
can't be knocked down
How so?
because my feet are attached to the broom.
That doesn't help.
Because
I said,
I have constant spider climb. So
Oh, that's yeah. Spider climb doesn't mean you're like sovereign glued to your horse. It just means
You're
you can
sticky.
hold. Yeah, you're sticky. Yeah. You take 36 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength save.
Well,
And
the
a
horse,
con save.
the horse will come with me. A strength save, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Elias is going.
But a 13
Great.
con save.
Okay, somehow you maintain concentration, but you are literally sent flying across. Like this thing batters you up, and it's a home run. And I'm gonna aim it straight to you, so you go down here as well. He's firing you into the earth elementals.
I'm just spinning out of control.
Yeah,
in,
just
in
like.
the
Okay, you are. Oh, how much? You're only 10 feet up. Here, roll another con save.
Oh.
On the full damage.
I see how this is going to be.
Okay, you're good.
Yes.
Somehow this thing is still dancing despite you getting cracked and beaten around. It's gonna move up to you now as well. This is the hardest. This is the harshest part. It's you're prone on the ground, having the wind absolutely knocked out of you, and its jaws come towards your torso, and they begin to clench down. And let's see if it gets anything good. Yeah. Wait, I've got advantage.
No.
I've got advantage. I'm rolling again.
Hey!
Ah! Oh, no.
Just like on the
Oh.
ground with shield up, just like being hit into
Yeah.
the ground.
Your armor is so thick that when its teeth bite into you, it thinks it's got you, and it's just like shaking you from side to side like a
Oh.
ragdoll.
God.
Damn, Elias, a tanky boy. All right, let's move on to you, actually, Elias.
No, it'd be the other earth elemental.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that thing is
Also has gone 10 o'clock, you guys.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm hoping that I can wrap up quite a bit of this combat in my next turn.
Yeah, go to the end of this round, and then we'll call it. The
There.
Earth Elemental glides up towards you, Elias. If we can do that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it can actually. It just pushes itself out of the ground, half in the wall and half out of it, and goes for 2 slam attacks.
Oh no.
Weird. Oh yeah, it should have
no.
advantage. Should have advantage again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Boy, crits you, crunk onto the top.
He still makes the save.
Still concentrating, are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Some of that.
Still
Oh god, he's still concentrating after being pummeled into the dirt. My goodness, carry end this.
The
Alright,
show must go on.
Carius points at the big thing, like the big hammertail.
Yep.
Actually, it's Elias's turn before mine. Elias still
Oh yeah,
has his turn.
sorry, Elias. Yeah. We're on your turn. Tanky as you are, you can't take many of those hits. You need to get up.
Yeah, it's true. I do get up. And get ready to fly. But first, I am going to cast on this guy here. Dissonant Whispers. Something I recently got, now that I know it's decent.
Not concentration. Fails the save. And has to run away from you on its turn.
Yep, and look where it's going to run into.
As far away as it can.
And look where it's going to run
Doesn't
into. Into
It
the
doesn't move
daggers.
into obviously dangerous ground.
Daggers.
Daggers are obviously dangerous.
It ran that way.
I'll say it moves this way. But
I
I don't
used
think
its
it's gonna go into
reaction. Damn it, it moved in a position that I moved further away
have
than I
to,
wanted
right?
to. Yeah.
It doesn't have. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Moved its movement. 40. It's actually
Yeah.
a little bit less.
So
There we go.
basically, it's not even a tune. He just focuses all the negative emotions he felt inside the tunnel into this guy. just like, you're so alone. There's no one here. They all left you. Everything the shadow felt made him feel, and that's what caused it to run away.
Oh my god! You know the funny thing is, this thing's immune to fear, but you're not actually doing the frying condition. You're just causing it a horrible, immense amount of pain. Go, carry it.
Do I get to take reaction for him moving away?
It's not for it's forced movement. Wait.
No, it's using its movement to move away.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can use the reaction.
Dissonant Whispers is one of those weird ones.
It is. It is. Did you want to?
Yeah, I do want to attack it.
All right, take a swing at it. 2 points of blood. 6 points of blood. Oh, you're doing a triple tentacle slap. Jesus.
It's the tentacles.
Oh, that's 16 misses again.
And I am going 50 feet into the air. I'm just getting out of there. Where this guy can fly, can it?
No, it glides through the earth.
Okay, yeah, I'm going 50 feet into the air. Even if this is going to attack.
Oh, hold on. Your horse is over here in the air. You're on the ground.
But I was attached to it.
You got knocked off your horse. The same way Karis gets knocked off his glaive. You get knocked off your horse.
I'm going for my horse.
Okay, it's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Just thinking, is there a way I can do this?
It still needs to keep away from me anyway.
And you take another 9 points of bludgeoning. Another con save. And Karis, you go.
Oh, no, I'll cut that.
You want to cut it?
I'm going to cut it for me.
But you just used your reaction for the tentacle slap.
Yeah,
I
you
did
don't
actually.
have to. Yeah.
I'll take it. It's fine.
So,
I jump on my horse and get, I don't know. How much distance will I have? If I've already used 25, but then I'm on my horse.
You will have like 5 left, practically.
yeah.
Still
So-
concentrating though.
Yeah, still concentrating.
So Carius begins to rub his hands together as if, like, he charging up the electricity, and then he goes, actually, you felt the lightning, let's see if you hear the thunder, and I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at 5th level, but use a sorcery point to turn it into a Thunderbolt.
Oh, nice. Where are you aiming that?
Well, I'm going to be aiming that.
Oh no. Straight through both.
Yep.
Oh man.
And that's a
hurt.
damn good lightning bolt too.
Oh wow. Somehow the hammertail beast is actually quite fast on its feet and
Yep.
leaps towards it to evade it, but the other creature is not even going to dodge out of them. I don't think. Yeah, it can't. I don't think it can actually pass, even if it gets. No, it can't.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
hoping it's also vulnerable.
it is. Yeah. So that. How much damage? 40.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I rolled. Actually, no
80
wait.
damage.
No, it didn't re-roll anything. So yeah, because obviously it would re-roll but none of those are 2. So okay. So yeah, I rolled really well on that.
Another 40 damage. This thing is almost crumbling to pieces. I think it won't live another one of those for sure.
Do I have anything that has the range? Okay, does this have the range? Has the range? You know what? I'm just gonna insult. I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points, and I'm gonna to quicken a bonus action to quicken a vicious mockery. And I'm going to insult this hammertail.
Okay. Oh, fails.
And then
Takes some like.
Carousel, considering things, is just like, this is kind of a dangerous place to be. Just gonna.
Yep. Also, as for Kashan, I finally punched him out of this place, out of the goddamn sky, practically. Also, I just remembered something as well, Elias, because you were in range of that thing. before you go on the horse, could you just make me a quick dexterity save? Because the quaking from this creature is so immense that anyone standing near it, when you get up to your feet, could also be knocked prone.
Oh God.
So you're not where you think you are. You basically get up and then are knocked down again. But you're at your horse, but as you try to get up on top of it, the quaking is just knocking you around and you fall back down.
Okay.
Okay. That's all that was. As for Kashan, he is sent absolutely hurtling. I'm going to choose a direction. He's going your way. Which is actually better, because it's less full damage for him. Although he has slow fall, so he probably would just use a reaction to quickly land on... He's got punched from one thing onto the other thing, and now he's riding on the back of this thing. Poor Kashan. And it's not
Yeah.
over for him either. This creature is also going to take its second swing straight towards him.
Was that with
Yeah.
disadvantage, by the way?
It was, yeah.
Damn.
Um,
This would be with
well,
disadvantage.
that one wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah,
There you
there it is.
To hit himself again.
Oh, hold on. Oh god, yeah, I did. Oh no!
Oh, does he hit? Oh, does he hit that ankle instead of Kashan?
Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this.
Did it just knock itself out?
Yeah, it did. Nice. This thing it's unwieldy, and as you see it going to swing towards Kashan and punch him again, its head that's already been dislodged, and it kind of doesn't move away. He hasn't got like the motor control over it anymore, and it just clocks himself across the head. You see the head like turn 180, spins, and then splits off, and the head just crashes and lands on the side. The rest of this thing starts to rumble, and you see all of the runes die down on it. All of the shoulders, the plates, they begin to fall away and crumble down. And yeah, you see this thing falling down the hole, most of it, but also just forming like a large pile, just surrounding it effectively. And yeah, that thing is down. It by its own hand, no less. Okay, and we'll end it after Andy and Irene has had their go. The Earth Elemental is just going to smack you up a bit,
God.
Elias.
Forgot about that one.
This should be
Jeez.
advantage. Oh, I'm still hitting Gashan, my bad. Yeah, they're pretty good when they've got you prone on the ground.
I don't even need to be concentrating anymore. It's down.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's true. All right then. So yeah, you just take 2 quick slams from this creature, and that's it. Andy and Irina.
Medic.
Yeah, I'm going to use a healing word on Carius
Okay.
because he needs it.
Hmm.
So, I think
These-
third of this.
These guys pack a
That's
punch.
third level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm sort of glad I came down off the glaive because their rock. I mean, it's sort of a toss up because their rock throw does more damage, but their slams, they do 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take 11 healing. So I have a feeling I'm about to have an earth elemental come at me. And I don't have a reaction anymore to count them with damage.
That's still a bonus action. You've still got an action.
Do I? I didn't
Yeah.
realize that's a bonus action. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. She's technically still got the cloud of daggers going, so I don't really want to do anything else right now.
Yeah, if you could
Okay.
pull him back into the daggers, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't got any
Right,
means
Irina
to
could
do
try that.
that.
But Irina
Yeah, I
could.
do though. Wah.
Maybe you
Alright
got
then.
like a vicious mockery or something. You could use that on one of the elementals or something like a cantrip, because that won't.
Gets
Sure.
rid of
A
reactions.
cantrip would be a good shot.
Does that get rid of reactions?
What? No, it gives them disadvantage. on their next attack.
Ah, that's
Why I
what
did it on the hammer tail.
Yeah. Which one are you doing?
It's
it on?
something.
Yeah, the one by Elias.
Unclick that one,
Okay.
and
Hey, it failed. There's some psychic damage for it. Its head just suddenly shuddering and racking. Okay, and then it's Irina.
let me just target you. And I'm going to move.
Tactical.
There, because it has to go in a straight line towards me, so obviously if I was over here it'd go up
Yeah,
sideways.
exactly.
So shot
Yeah,
number
you're
one.
thinking.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Number two. He also explodes now because he's taken 3 points.
He is. Roll
This
2d6.
This
And
guy's
Andy, you can roll the damage for your cloud of daggers as well.
Cloud of Daggers was you did it at
8d4.
8d4, wasn't it?
I think so.
20.
Ooh.
And then
This thing is looking blended now after
I've
this
got
amount of
one more
damage.
shot still as well.
Yep. Go
Wasn't
ahead.
nice.
Yeah. And Kashan's still on top. Ah, he's in the cloud. No. Well, there we go. So this thing is looking rough now after you've splintered away most of its armor, and as you're pulling it onto onto the cloud of daggers, it's slicing up its underbelly now from beneath as you're hailing down from above. And that's it. We're at the bottom of the initiative, and we're gonna save the rest for next week. But it looks like you guys have dealt with the biggest amount of problems. The other elementals are crumbling away from the immense amount of thunder damage that is being kicked out by Carius. So, with a few more finishing touches, I'm sure next week you can finish this off and finally reveal this entrance as the dust settles. This dark tunnel that leads straight into the earth. It might very well be the entrance to the Crystal Cave. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in on Sunday as well to catch the Carnival cards as they begin as 8 years later, actually delving into the Witchlight Carnival for the first time.
Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.